with my mom. We did Peabody and Mr. Sherman, actually.
Right, yeah.
And she, the way I positioned it, we were like at kind of an L and kind of far apart from each
Right.
other. So we didn't actually bleed into, because my voice was
Oh,
going this way and hers was coming that way. So it really,
right.
so yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to think of really,
Well, that's
wow.
what
Yeah,
that's
you
what
really,
ChatGPT told me to do. So that's why I did it. The all-seeing eye of ChatGPT.
oh, yeah, Big Brother, yeah.
Speaking of all-seeing eyes, I don't know how that reflects into this movie, but so we are going
Nice
to be
segue.
reviewing, or yeah, I guess reviewing, going over, doing
Mm-hmm.
an episode, and technically
Are we,
of Superman.
are we gonna go like, are we gonna go scene by scene, or are we gonna, is
However you want
spoilers
to.
allowed, or are we gonna go crazy, or what, how are we gonna do this?
You know what? We did it. We've done it scene by scene before, and it kind of like I didn't really care for it. I like it more just kind of free flowing. Um,
It's whatever, whatever comes to
whatever
mind,
comes to mind.
what's in.
Things that
Okay.
popped out. So I kind of did a little intro before, but I was saying that this is still basic. So we already saw the movie. This is a little different
Right.
that we're doing, but it is still basically movie boarding because you had not seen the movie. So I saw the movie with Jose.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You weren't able to go with us. Then we
Right.
saw the movie on Sunday at your house. Sunday, was it Sunday?
Yes. I think it was.
Video on demand, $30. Don't tell your dad, by the way.
Yeah.
He's gonna be $30 for a movie.
Any picture.
But
Yeah.
$30 and 3 people saw it. So no, 4 people saw it.
Yeah. 4 people. Yeah.
And then we saw it together. So technically, yes, you saw it. Although
Not bad.
it's not anything that you wouldn't have seen either way. You know, you were gonna
Right.
watch it. The same with the Fantastic Four. Now, when we were talking
Mhm.
about that, we kind of did a little discussion after we saw the movie,
Mhm.
and we'll talk about superheroes right now, first of all, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk about the movie. You said that you grew up with the Chris Reeves
Yes.
Supermans,
Superman.
and I was
Superman movie.
and it was really cool that your dad, like we were talking about that, and your dad was like, "Oh yeah, like what did he say?" He said, "Oh, that one with Richard." He was even said the name. He was like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
He was like, "That was the terrible
Yeah.
one," and I'm like, "How does your dad even know?" I mean, not that your dad wouldn't know, but like that somebody he would remember that, like you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was shocked that even he knew who he was, and to the point that he even knows that was the worst one.
Is
I'm
that
like,
for?
what? I don't
Let me
know.
look it
I
up.
can't remember. Richard Pryor. I don't know.
Because
I think.
sorry, I always mention this YouTube channel, but Mr. Sunday Movies, they have a show, a series called Caravan and Garbage, and they did that, and they said that basically that movie was more of a Chris Pryor movie than a Superman movie, like than a Chris Reeves movie. So like the focus was Richard Pryor because this was like at his peak.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember that one, huh?
Oh.
Was that one of your? Did you like that one?
That one, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen the Richard Pryor's, or when was that?
Let's see.
Do you remember when?
I'd have to be like in the late. Okay, so it was Superman 3, 1983.
Okay.
It was 3. I thought, oh wow, I thought it was the last.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I remember we talked about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, Richard Pryor. Oh my
Oh look,
God.
hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
I
let me
think
share
the
my
third
screen
one.
with you.
Let me
I don't know if you can see my screen.
hold on.
But yeah,
Let's see.
dude,
Yeah.
31 on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, personally, for me, this is how I enjoy. I mean, there's 4 movies.
yeah,
There's 4 with Christopher Reeves, and for me, my favorite would be. I mean, I know it's very cheesy and very, it's just it's fun. I mean, for me as a kid, it's fun.
yeah,
I really enjoy it. The 4th one is my favorite because you have Superman, you have Nuclear Man, and you have this
yeah.
Nuclear Man being falling in love. Where is the woman?
Getting rid of all the
Just
nukes.
yeah, it's just to me that getting rid of all nuclear warheads. Superman puts it in space in a giant rope, bagged up bag, and just tosses it to the sun. It's really corny and cheesy, but I still love it. To me, that's my favorite. Then the very first one is second. The
So your
let's
favorite one is
see
the Nuclear Man one, then?
yeah, the favorite one. The Quest for
That's
Peace
for
is
2.
Superman for the Quest for
4.
Peace.
Sorry.
So the first one would be my second favorite. The second one would be my third, and
3.
the third one is the last. 3 is
That's
just
kind
not
of
good.
that's kind of how the Rockies movie go. That there people are like, oh yeah,
Oh, really?
4 is the best one, then 1, and then
Yeah.
5 never happened. Anyways, yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's one of those
you know,
things. But
I
yeah.
gotta say, I'm pretty sure I've seen, and you know this, and people who've the few 3 people that listen to this podcast will know that I have a really good memory. I don't remember ever seeing the Chris Reeve Superman movies. At least the first one. I don't remember.
Like even my mom, my parents knew how much I
Mhm.
love Superman, even Christopher Reeves to the point where they like we found when VHSs were still a thing.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it was in VHS. They had the like in a box collection of all four the Superman.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know what happened to it. This was years
Dude, that
ago,
could have been a
but
collector's item by now.
yeah, I know. But the thing is, I remember my mom bought it because she's a Superman fan as
Mhm.
well, and she really loves the Christopher Reeves, and we were like, yeah, she bought it for the family, and we watched a lot. Yeah, I watched all of them,
Mhm.
and eventually DVDs started to come in and everything like that. So, but yeah, a few weeks ago I saw the first one,
Uh-huh.
but probably like the first hour of it.
Mhm.
I didn't see the whole thing because I had to do something else, but I still enjoy it. It's still a funny thing. It is for its time. It looks very
Yeah,
1980s,
very
you know,
1970s, but I think,
70s.
and we'll talk about it more when we talk about Superman 2025. We'll refer to it as
Mhm.
Superman 25. That's what Superman is.
Okay.
That's what Superman is. It's silly, it's
Yeah.
quirky, and I think a lot of the millennials, our generation, even a little bit younger, kind of their first exposure was the Zack Snyder, which is perfectly fine. I think Henry Cavill did a great
Yeah.
job, but when it gets to like the goofy stuff, people are like, "Oh, that's not like." I'm like, "No, that's literally what Superman is. He's supposed to be goofy. Like,
You're not supposed to take it too
yeah, he's supposed to
seriously.
be
Yeah.
like really aw
Yeah.
shucks kind of guy."
Zack Snyder's version was a very even the color of the
Right.
movies, they were more of a serious,
Yeah,
darker
and that's
tone.
what all those movies were with
Yeah.
Batman being that one, and then they made like I don't know what other ones that were serious, but like a lot of comic book movies were serious like that.
Hmm.
So I don't blame them.
Yeah.
So
Give me a second.
yeah, no worries. For me, uh, I think my first exposure to any superhero stuff, live action, I'm almost positive it was Batman Returns, the Tim Burton version.
Oh, Batman.
Batman was
Wait a minute.
91.
Batman Returns was directed by Tim Burton?
Batman Returns, yeah. So the first, yeah,
Really?
so the first one
Back
came out in
in
89.
2000?
No, 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 not the Dark Knight
Well,
Returns, Batman Returns. The live action from the
oh, I'm
90s.
sorry. For some reason, my brain was
Like
like
Dark Knight.
Superman Returns because
Uh
there is a movie called Superman Returns. Yeah.
Tim Burton almost did a Superman movie. Superman Lives or Superman Flyby with
Hmm.
Nick Cage back in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's actually a documentary on it.
Okay. Sorry
No, you're,
about
you're
that.
good, you're good, bro. Also, if you need to get up, go for it, bro. Or if you need to, we
No, yeah.
pause.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
So yeah, that I think that was you know what's funny? A lot of the movies, especially the um, how do I want to say, like movies that are like timeless or classic. So the two Batman or the early '90s Batman, Back to
Right.
the Future, the Lethal Weapon franchise, and then there's another one that I've saw like my first exposure was the sequels. Like so
Yeah.
the first Back to the Future movie I saw was the second one. The first Lethal Weapon movie I saw was the fourth one. And then I think for Batman, it was Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Do you remember in McDonald's they sold the toys for that movie?
I think I
And
do.
me and my cousin
I
had
think.
them. And like, there's been a craze lately of the old school McDonald's Happy Meal toys,
I've noticed
and
that.
those toys are
Yeah.
like sought after right now. Like they are worth
Right.
thousands of
It's the
dollars.
latest. Yeah, it's the latest. What craze or
Yeah,
whatever you can call them, fad or something. It's just something nostalgia,
yeah.
man. It's pretty much a big nostalgia.
Trip.
You know, we're both now in our 40s,
Oh God,
and
don't remind me.
you know, I'm sorry, but the thing is,
Not
like,
like I
we're old
forgot.
enough to be like nostalgia is a very powerful
Yeah.
thing. I have even started collecting stuff myself. I've been collecting
I
like
started
older
collecting again.
video games.
I started collecting again.
Yeah, I started doing stuff like that. I'm now start. I just started collecting PSP games.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you know, finding the ones that I played, and then eventually look for the ones that I want to play in the
I
future.
really regret
But
getting rid of. I mean, the I had a PS3, a Wii, and then an
mhm.
Xbox 360. Those I did get rid of them, but I had to because this was during the crash of '08. So I was
Yeah,
it was like it wasn't like our family needed money. I needed money. My family we were all out of
yeah,
a job, but we were doing fine. Thanks
right.
to Jehovah, we did okay. Um, so I had to sell,
But yeah,
and I sold a lot of
100.
my my action figures. I had some of like the Spider-Man, was it the 2000s Raimi Spider-Man action figures that were like had 40 points of like. I had some of the Darth Maul ones. I had like all the new Ninja Turtle,
Mhm,
well at the time the new Ninja Turtles ones. I had the old school
mhm.
movie. Oh, dude, I got rid of so many. I mean, I got a lot of money. I also sold some guitars,
Yeah,
but
it's just yeah. I mean,
I'm like, man, if I
that's
could get
how
them
that.
back.
Yeah, every collector. I mean, everybody has to do sacrifice. I mean, this happens to everybody, and you would even ask, hardcore
Yeah,
collectors. They would have to sell their stuff because life stuff happens, medical bills, something. They need money, so they have to sell the stuff off. I've
I
done
got a
it.
couple action figures
I've.
up there that I'm collecting.
Oh, really?
You know where you should go where they have really. I mean, they're not like, but they do have action figures from Marvel and DC and like at a reasonable price.
Mhm.
Is at Ollie's. They sell them for like five, six,
Oh
seven
yeah, yeah.
dollars. I got some Black Panther ones. I got some Infinity War ones. Like they're old, but I got them like a year ago.
No, yeah. I started like back in. I think this was like before 2020. I want to say like 2019. No, no. It was like late 2019 when I started collecting statues and
Uh-huh.
stuff because I started working from home.
Yeah,
I didn't want to. We were forced to, but this
yeah.
was before the pandemic. So, you know, every now and then we would have meetings, and I thought, what would be fun if I would have a fun background and have some stuff. So I would buy some furniture and stuff to put in it. I would put books in it, and then I would buy statues or statuettes or however they're pronounced, and I do have them in stock somewhere. I got like a Supergirl statue. I got Captain America, but the one that from Infinity War, when he has those, I forgot what they're called, the things that he has in his arms. Instead of a shield, he's got this stuff from Wakanda.
Okay.
I have that. I have,
Wakanda Forever.
yeah, I have a collection of
I
stuff like that
actually
too.
have
But
a Namor from Wakanda Forever that I actually haven't opened it because I
no,
want to get a
okay.
case, like a case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the other
Yeah. I'm
ones I
trying to
had.
figure out
The Power
quite a
Rangers.
few, I bet.
I had the Power Rangers. Do you remember back in the day the ones that you would like flip and it would like morph, like the head would like.
See, I remember.
I was
Yeah.
a big fan of. Oh, that was my. I love the Power Rangers. That was my jam.
Oh God, man. Like. Do you remember like I don't know if you were. Did you ever see the early 1990s the Jungle Book,
Mm,
like a live action?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like I remember I went to go see this movie, and they showed the trailer of the Power Rangers movie, and every kid in that theater freaked out.
Oh, dude.
it Power Rangers was so popular that yeah,
Were you into the
everybody
Power
was.
Rangers?
Yes, but eventually I dropped out of it because I don't know. There was a lot of brothers, let's just say. So there was a lot of just back and forth. So I was a kid. I had no power over it. So my parents were like, just don't watch that show anymore.
That's a
And I'm
lot.
like,
That's a good
okay.
thing. A lot that stuff's not like, how can I say,
Oh my God.
allowed. In general, it's like don't
Dude,
tell anybody like what they can and can't watch. It's their own conscience,
yeah. Oh
kind of
my
thing.
God. I mean, dude, even though this was like more than this was like I was a kid,
Yeah.
I had to get rid of my Ninja Turtle toys because this one elder, I remember we were we were all getting we went together with a couple of families to go eat at this Mexican restaurant,
Yeah.
and I remember I was in the seat with the kids, but I remember seeing the brothers just talking to my parents, and they were looking at me with my action figures because I was
Was this in
there. And
California?
yeah, this was in California.
Interesting.
So it was just a
You think
really
they'd be more
weird,
liberal
and
there?
it's still like I don't. I'm a grown adult now. I shouldn't care, but
It
that
still
still
really
kind of
irks you.
that moment really hurts because I loved those toys, man. Those were like the what was it? The cartoon came out in the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
around
yeah.
that time. I had those, a couple of those, and I had like the newer ones, and I had quite a few. And then because of this talk, I was like, oh God.
I
There was
have
just a lot of crazy stuff.
uh,
Pokemon was another thing that
Pokemon.
I had to deal
I
with.
mean, I think people thought they were like monsters or anything. It's just like no. I mean, if someone would have said like,
Well,
I never got into it, but if someone was like, oh, don't watch that because it's dog fighting, then I would have been like, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's essentially what it is. But a lot of people were like,
yeah,
oh, it's monsters. I'm like, it's not. I mean, they're animals. Like it's not like demons or
I
like
don't think they're the over
over
exaggeration, pretty
exaggerations.
much.
It's yeah.
People like to just. I get it. There's some people that
Especially in
just
the
want
Hispanic
to.
community, once they latch onto something, that's like rumors spread. Yeah.
God, man, Pokemon. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's demonic," and
I
everything. I'm
have
like, "Wait,
a
what?"
yeah. I have two real quick stories about
Mm,
they're probably not even that good, but about Power Rangers. So
yeah, go
the
ahead.
first one is not, but so when the movie came out, the Power Rangers
Mhm.
movie, which I was hyped for, Green Ranger all day, every day. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know why we were in Mexico. Okay, so
Mm.
over there it came out a little bit later, so I had to wait a little bit. We were visiting Mexico. I wasn't living there. But my family, my aunt, which would be my mom's cousin. So I guess she would be my cousin. But my mom's cousin, she took me, my sister, and then another one of our cousins to go see that movie. And I was like, dude, like, heck yeah, let's do this. Let's watch this movie. Like, but me being, however old I was, 10 maybe, I never had seen a movie in Mexico. And they were like, this is a kid's movie and it's going to be dubbed in Spanish. And
Oh,
I was like, but I barely understand Spanish. And they were like, so they were nice enough to find a theater that it was just subtitled.
mhm. Okay.
So, which was a little bit better, but they still had like, ahora vamos a morph. I don't even know how to say morph. No, vamos a cambiar a
Right.
dinosaurios or whatever. But
It's more time.
it's morphine time. I think they actually just said
You're like, "Vamos."
it's morphine time.
Yeah, yeah.
But so this is a kids movie. Now the little 5, 6 year olds have to read, and so the parents were like, like telling
Oh,
them what they
like,
said, and I couldn't.
so there was a lot of talking and
Yeah, and I was like, dude,
translating and a lot
this
of
is the
people.
worst. Like, I still enjoyed it. I think I
Yeah.
saw it when I came back to the States. But then they had like at halfway point, like at a crucial point in the movie, the lights come on and everybody just gets up, and I'm like, what happened?
What?
What's And they were like, oh, there's an intermission, and I'm like, what? There's an intermission? Yeah, so
What?
like I don't know if they still do that, but in Mexico there's intermissions to movies.
Right, at the time. Okay,
I
yeah.
think they still
Oh,
do
but
that, dude. I think they still do that.
it's
Yeah.
still okay.
And so I was like a 15-minute intermission, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
Why? I remember there's another movie that we saw in Mexico. Actually, it was Batman Forever. No, yeah, Batman and Robin actually. And there was an intermission
Mhm.
too, and actually somebody came down the rows and was like tortilla, and I was like tacos, tamal, like
Oh, no.
cerveza.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so that was one. Then a spoiler alert for this show
It was a
that's
good
like,
experience, I'm pretty sure, a good
yeah,
memory.
it was a fun memory. I remember the mall. It was like a really fancy. It was like the fancy mall in Mexico City, which it's extremely fancy. But
Yeah.
the other experience was that there was, I don't know if you remember. So there was the Green Ranger that came, and then he lost his powers.
Yeah.
Tommy was gone for a while. Then they were teased like in a 3-part, episode.
Didn't he, if I remember correctly, didn't he transfer his powers to the Red Ranger?
At some
Or
point he
who
did.
did he?
He did it at some point, and then he did it to the Black Ranger or something like that.
Yeah.
One last thing before we get
Oh,
into
well.
the actual movie. We talked about this the other day.
30 minutes after.
Yeah, top 5 favorite superhero movies. Not doesn't have to be comic book, just superhero movies.
Right.
You think of that, and I'll go for mine because I wrote these down. So I switched it up on you, and I said honorable mention. I said the Incredibles
Mhm.
is
Oh, that's right.
that. So that's if I had to put a sixth one, that would be my sixth one, and it's out of the top five because for the longest time that was, in my humble opinion, the best Fantastic Four movie we've ever gotten until the one that recently came out. That's a really good one. So that's out of the
Right.
top five. Now, the one that I put in was one that you also had in it, and we put it in there for the same reason because the good guys lose. Infinity War.
Right. Infinity War. Yep.
Such a great movie, dude. I think I
Mhm.
told you this, but like I went to go see by myself because I knew, like I'd read a little bit of the comics. I didn't read all of the, the what is it? It's
Right.
not called.
You just can't really.
What is it actually called in the comic books? The the gems, Infinity Gems.
Yeah.
It's like
Certain things were changed for the sake
yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie.
But the gems, right? So I had read it. My friends in high school had it, so I read a little bit of it. So I knew that they lose. Um, I
Right.
didn't. I thought Lady Death was gonna be in there for some reason, but when you made it like
I
eco
That would
terrorism,
have been really, yeah, but that would have been very interesting
yeah,
because, yeah, I remember reading, Thanos was just in
in
love
love with death, which
with death, and death in the comics is an entity,
isn't
is a
Lady Death,
very attractive goth
Lady
woman.
Death.
Like,
Just like all my
yeah,
crushes back in the
but
day. Just an emo. But so I wanted to see it by myself. And when,
mhm,
spoiler alert for a movie that's almost 10 years old, but when
yeah,
everybody just starts vanishing, I was like,
fading away. Yeah,
and then we were saying at the end, was it Rhodey or somebody? One of the team says,
I
like,
think,
did we
yeah,
lose? Or something like that.
no, 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 it was Bruce. It was Bruce Banner, I
He was
think.
like, did we lose? Or something like that. And you're like, dude.
Yeah,
And so
and
then,
then
and who was, I don't know if it
Steve
was, yeah, Steve
Rogers.
Rogers.
I think it was Steve Rogers. He just kind of like, just stares out, but he's got like 1,000-yard
Yeah.
stare, and he just goes, "I think we did,"
Or something like that. Or maybe I'm
and
just imagining that,
something like
but
that. Something I would have to see the movie again. It's been a
yeah.
while,
And
but
then later on, I don't know if it was James Gunn or the Russo brothers said that the part where Groot is disintegrating and he says Groot, he was actually telling Rocket father or dad.
I
And
heard
I'm
about
like,
this. Yeah.
no.
Oh yeah. I
And
know.
then Tom Holland, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Stark, I can't do it. I'm gonna."
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 5.
All right.
Number
It's a
4
very good movie though.
is what I think is the best Spider-Man movie, and it is
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into
Such
the
a
Spiders.
great movie, bro. Like they did it
Uh,
perfectly. I mean, I know that people were overworked, the animators, but it came out great, dude.
yeah, it came out. I mean, you could tell they put a lot of work
They
into
do.
it because it's when you see the movie, it shows it's
I think it's
a lot of work.
and I like the Raimi ones. The Tom Holland ones are really good. The Andrew Garfield ones. I don't know if those movies are that good, but himself as the Spider-Man, he's good.
Yeah,
I think he's the best Spider-Man.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
But to me, everything like they were the first ones to do the multiverse, if I'm not mistaken. That Spider-Man movie, like big budget movies, I think they were the first ones to do the
Mhm.
multiverse in like any comic books. And I think it just works perfectly. And it, you have the Prowler, you have Miles Morales, you have the different, the Doc Ock or whatever. Was it Spider Noir, Nick Cage,
Yeah, Spider Noir.
and then Gwen Stacy, which you said is was it you that said is your favorite, or was that Jose that you like
I
him,
want to say
that he
Jose
liked her better
because
than
she's
MJ?
more of a. I think I sit because I always liked Gwen
Hmm.
Stacy myself. I always loved MJ. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong. I always loved MJ.
Who doesn't like a
But
redhead? You know what I mean?
I always it's just I've had this thing where I've always rooted for like the side
Hmm.
characters or the underdog. I always liked when the side characters are finally get into the spotlight. They focus on, it's very rare when that happens, especially when I was a kid. But Gwen Stacy, I've always liked her I always thought it was a cool character. And when I remember they started announcing I feel like more like 10 years ago, or something that they were making a comic of Gwen Stacy being
Mhm.
Spider-Woman. I was like, that is sick.
Yeah.
Like, and eventually I saw the image and I was like, that is great.
And
Yeah,
from
because I've always loved Gwen Stacy.
I agree. I agree. And for me, the reason it goes a number 4, it's in my top 5,
Mm.
is because the Penny, that character,
Penny's really good.
was
Yeah.
created, and I'm gonna have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure it was created by none other than the frontman of my favorite rock band of all times, Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. If I'm not mistaken, he created that character.
Are you
Yeah, yeah.
really? Penny Parker.
Penny Parker, yeah. The Japanese
Really?
one, right? Or the Penny.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me look it up real quick. Parker. Okay, while I'm looking that up,
Meanwhile, I'm trying to remember my
yep, it
list
was
here.
created by musician Gerard Way, baby. Fwah, 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 fwah. 2014. He also created. It's a really good comic book, or the Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you've seen. They had a show on Netflix.
I
It's really good. He did that, and then he did the Fabulous
but
Killjoys, and then he did he had a run on Doom Patrol. Yeah,
mhm.
he's a really fan. He's like that's what he does now. He used to work at Cartoon Network, if I'm not mistaken, before he became a band. Remember?
Oh,
It's a
really?
whole thing
Okay.
of like him watching the planes hit on 9/11, and that's what helped it. Like not helped him, but like motivated him to start a band. Anyways, look it up. Skylines and Turnstiles, great song. Point being, number 3, number 3 is Black Panther for me. It is I think just a perfect introduction. Like it's an origin story, but also kind of not,
Mhm.
because they introduced that origin in another movie, and I think that's kind of what helped this movie be that good, because a lot of them, they're not doing it anymore. You see that with
Right.
Superman, and then they see it with other movies that have come out recently, that they don't do the origin of the person. It's like that person is
Right.
already in the
He's
universe. Yeah.
already introduced in another
Hmm.
movie. You just go in it.
So that's what they
I
did
really
with
like it.
Black Panther, and I think that works. The cast is all great. Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Amazing, amazing Black Panther. The villain, and that was the other thing we are talking about. Marvel has this thing of like doing great villains, right? They have really good villains. So
Mhm.
one of them, I think, was Thanos. He was in their movies for a while, so But what was the other one? Hela was a great villain, right? Killmonger, I
Yeah.
think, is the best villain, and they get rid of them. Like they kill them off. I'm like, dude, don't do that. Just keep them like
I'm
somewhere.
somewhere.
And Michael B. Jordan does an amazing job as Killmonger.
Like what, like from that movie, why did you do you like it? Like if you can really just
I think
be
everything works. The
to the
story
point.
is good. The
Yeah.
production is great. The cast is great, and I think this what's the name? What's it? Iron Man. That Iron Man storyline kind of did a little bit, but this one does it very well. That this person, Black Panther, has to fight these fights or repair all these things because of the sins of their father. And Tony Stark
Yeah.
does it a little bit because his dad was a
Yeah.
terrible
You
person.
got to
But
yeah.
King T'Chaka was a kind of a terrible person, so to speak. With
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, in order
mm,
to pretty much keep peace in
isolate, yeah, yeah,
his
he had to,
he's king.
and he killed his
Yeah,
brother.
in
He
order
killed
to
his
keep the
brother.
peace. Yeah, he had to. Because yeah,
And
he
I
was
think
doing
more
things
than
he shouldn't have.
anything, and it goes into a little bit of, we're not going to get into too much, but a little bit of the social aspects of what was going
Mhm.
on then and still now. That I feel that Killmonger, obviously, the way he went about it was not good, but his whole overall
Yeah.
message was right. And I think that's that's what makes a good villain. The same with Thanos. He wasn't right. His overall message was right. The way he went about it was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hela was the same thing. She was right in that, like, her father, she helped her father conquer all these different worlds, all these different things.
Yeah, Odin wasn't
Odin was a
always
terrible
a great
person, and then
ruler.
that's
No,
basically
he was a
what,
terrible
yeah.
one.
In Thor 1, he was basically Thor 1 and 2. Thor was basically fixing the
Mhm.
problems that his father caused, and 3. So
Yeah.
I think that's what makes those villains good, and I think Killmonger personifies that. And you see, like,
Mhm.
there's the song All the Stars. I don't know if you heard it, but there's the part in that song where Kendrick Lamar sings, and I feel that's like Killmonger, that like he's like sacrificing everything for this cause, and he like how many people do I have to kill? Like how many people do I have to do for the cause? But it
Right.
doesn't work because he's going about it the wrong way. And I think that's, and the production, dude, the production, like the costumes, the color palettes. Ryan Coogler is a great director, dude. I wish he did more. And I think it
Yeah.
shows also to how much of a good director he is, that in the second one they had to have Chadwick Boseman, and it's such a good movie still. I think. Although I have only seen that one once, and I don't know if I can see it again because it's so sad that like Chadwick Boseman isn't there. It's like in your face, and you're just like, not that it didn't need him. Obviously, it
But
does need him, but it's one of those movies that I just
like,
can't watch again for that reason.
would you, let's just say, if instead of just killing off the character like Marvel
Mhm.
did, would you be okay? Let's just say, would you be okay if someone else, another actor, would have taken up
I would have been fine
that
with it.
character? Sort
I would
really?
have been fine with because
Uh,
it's not like he. How can I say? It's not like in the universe he died. It was just the circumstance outside of the universe, like in real life. And
right.
obviously it wouldn't have been the same. But I think if you've gotten
It would have been the same.
if here's the thing, if the family, because the family was all for it, Chadwick Boseman family, if I'm not mistaken, they were like, yeah, go
Right.
ahead and recast him. I think that would have helped. So like
hmm
the people that I was thinking of was John David Washington. That's his name, right? John.
Because for me personally, I would have been
Yeah, John David
totally okay
Washington.
if
Yeah.
they recast them.
Oh well, yeah,
Because I was thinking like some years before Chet Boswick passed away, I think Carrie Fisher passed
yeah.
away. And I don't know if you know anything about Carrie Fisher, but she was a very,
Party animal.
she was very, yeah. And the thing is, I just feel that they would have been okay if someone else would have, if you had more stories to
Hmm.
tell of this character and I'm no longer here, I think they would have been okay with that.
Hmm.
They would have been like, tell those stories. If you have good stories to tell those stories, even if it is without me.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's my opinion. Because I'm okay. I would have been okay if they recast Black Panther. Yes, it would have taken some time for people to adjust because yeah, it's very big shoes
Yeah.
to fill. And
And
Chad
universally
Boswick,
praised.
left
Everybody loved the
right.
guy. Not
Yeah,
only as Black Panther,
everybody.
but just as
Oh
an
well.
actor and as a person, everybody loved him.
Yeah,
So I think,
exactly. So I understand that a big ask, but for me, I would have been totally okay with it. For me, the movie The Black Panther, I thought it was very this is just
mhm,
me. Let me explain my piece real quick. I did not like that like that Black Panther and Killmonger had to have this
mhm,
fight, for King. I'm like, you didn't need to do that. I know it's for the
mhm,
movie. I know it is, but it was that stupid moron with that thing in his mouth that asked, "Who are
yeah.
you?" If he just kept himself shut, everything would have been
But I
okay.
also think
But
that
no, he had to say,
Killmonger was just bent. He was just like laser focused, and I don't know if anything would have
yeah,
swayed him.
but the thing is like, yeah, okay, you are you are, by
Royalty.
blood, yeah, but you're just gonna if you're just gonna give
Mhm.
him rulership for this battle. He doesn't know nothing of the customs. He doesn't know your culture. He knows not. He's an
I mean, you
outsider.
saw
You're gonna
even
let
within those couple of hours or days that he was
yeah.
ruling, it didn't really work out the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, but that's it didn't. I mean,
There was just a
he
civil
was
war,
gonna be a
basically.
tyrant. Killmonger, yeah, was gonna be a tyrant
Yeah,
himself. He was like, okay, you know
that's why
what?
it didn't work. Like,
Black people were treated like slaves. Okay, we're gonna do that to everybody
yeah,
else. We have the power to do so. So I'm like, you're gonna become the very
that
monsters
you
that
wanted to. Yeah,
your ancestors went through. You want to do that?
you die.
I mean, I know it's for the movie
No, no,
again,
I think
but for me, that's just
I think that was the point. That like,
yeah,
yes, he does have a point, but the way he's going about it is
yeah.
like in the point in the
And
sense of
I
like
just
wanting to elevate his people, wanting to set them
mhm.
free from the thousands of years of
You don't have
injustice.
to hide.
Yeah, and you don't
Yeah,
want
you
to,
don't
but
have
the way
to.
you're going about it, obviously,
Mhm.
it's a comic book movie, and then,
Uh,
but
Right.
you
Again, yeah, I'm not trying to be, but
no, no, and it does touch on
it
some
did bother me.
real stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously.
it did bother me with that. But I'm like, I just didn't like that. Oh, okay, he beat, the king. He is now rightfully king. I'm like, you're gonna like even the characters in the movie were like, are you gonna really let this outsider rule our kingdom? Are
Yeah,
you really gonna do that? Even the characters they were. And another thing that I didn't really like was the third act. There was way too much CGI,
and
and
the
that
last
just
battle
kind
there
of
was, yeah,
bothered me. Yeah, in the last battle, Killmonger and Black Panther, they were
they
fighting, and I'm like,
that's the thing that Marvel does a
I
lot.
understand.
That in the
Yeah,
last third act, it's basically two characters that are exactly the same fighting each other. You saw that
yeah,
with Iron Man. You saw that with
which,
this. You saw that
which,
with
yeah, but the thing is, like, I would have. It was just the third
too
act to me
much.
was just too much CGI. I just would, I would enjoy. See, they went too far with CGI in my
Maybe some
opinion.
practical stuff in the day.
It yeah, I really wanted to see more of the actors, see their
Yeah.
faces. Hey, take the helmets off and have a real live set or something, and really go at it. But we had to have this weird CGI of, I guess, cargo
Yeah, yeah.
transit or
Transferring
something.
the
There's a
vivarium.
train there, and they're like, and don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, but it's just something, these things that I just like, it just, I have these things that it just bother me. I just noticed these things. If I remember, did the mid credits scene did it show Bucky? If I
The end credits,
remember,
yeah, he was when he was the White Wolf. They
the end
called him the
credit.
White Wolf.
Yeah, the White Wolf. And I know for people who have not read the comics, that White Wolf had a big. There was a huge.
And one of the
He's a bigger
one of
character than
the
what we
one
had
of
in the
the
movie.
first white dudes in Wakanda.
Yep. And I was really, I love this character
I
Bucky.
always kind of
And
figured that he hooked up with one of the Dora Milaje.
you know what?
Maybe in the comic books they
I
did.
understand. I understand. Like at the time, they didn't have the rights yet. But in the comics, Black Panther hooks up with Storm from the X-Men, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, and then Storm
Yeah.
takes on the
So
Black Panther.
yeah, I know there's like that was the thing. Like I remember a friend of mine, a coworker, she knew I'm a nerd and everything. She would ask me about it, and I w- she would ask me about the relationship about that. I was like, I mean, personally, this is me because I read the comics. I really, the actress, what was her name?
Halle
I
Berry.
forgot her name. She was like in Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Really? No, no,
Storm?
really? No, not the Halle Berry. I'm talking about the girl, that woman, that Black Panther in the movie
Oh,
hooks up with
Lupita Nyong'o? Oh,
Lupita
my wife.
Nyong. The problem that
From Mexico,
I
by the
love
way.
her. I really, yeah. She learned Spanish in
She
Mexico.
was born in
I
Mexico.
love her. Yeah, but the problem that I have is that at the time she was like everywhere. She was
That's your
literally doing
problem.
everything. She was doing voice work, and I
That's
was
your problem
like,
with a famous
I
actress
love.
that they're everywhere.
They overuse her, and I'm like, I love her, and I want to see more of her, but not in every single movie that I watch. But she's a great. I love her. She's great. But yeah, I just really was kind of disappointed. But I was like, I understood. Yeah, there's a love interest there, but I really wish it was Storm from the X-Men. But I understood why, because at
Yeah.
the time
Uh-huh.
Disney wasn't buying 20th Century Fox just yet. I don't think they
I
purchased
think it
it
was
yet.
in
And
the yeah, it was in the pipeline.
yeah, this was like later on. But yeah, that's what I was hoping for. But one can dream.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
And my
But unfortunately, this character is now dead because the writers decided to do it this way. But I mean, what did you think of the sequel?
I thought it was great. I thought it was really good.
I thought it
I
was,
think I told you.
I thought it
I
was
think I
all right.
told you that. I mean, how can I say this? Everybody's hating on Riri Williams, and I'm going to be one of them. But it's not. It's not a problem with the character. It's not a problem with the actress. It's just like, why did that need to be included? Like, they're trying to add all these younger Avengers, and I get it to make,
Because they're trying to do a
but
young
these are
Avengers
not
thing,
characters that people are like wanting. They want Blade.
are
They wanted the
interested right now.
Fantastic Four. They want Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? Like they want a lot. You know, all the X Men. You know, new versions of them. I think Tenoch Huerta did an amazing job as Namor, and I like
Oh my
that they did
god.
the same thing they did
Yes.
with Jason Momoa. Is they adapted the origin to his background, to his
Right.
ethnicity. So yeah,
So I really enjoyed him showing Shuri, hey, this is my kingdom. This is what I'm protecting. You understand because you're a princess. You understand the whole thing. But I really like that he gave her a chance. Look, you hand me over this girl who is literally going to be a threat to my kingdom.
Mhm.
You hand over to me and we don't go to war. But even after that, she's like, I'm not gonna hand you over because you're gonna kill her. I mean, he pretty much says, you could tell his intent was to
Yeah.
kill her. He wasn't gonna put her in prison or anything, live. He was just gonna kill her off. But what really just amazed me was like, okay, he played being nice. He took the gloves off. When you see that scene of him just kind of like ascending and slowly going down to his throne,
Yeah.
and then you start seeing a close up of him and he's speaking to his generals. I was like, oh my god, I
Like
felt
he
intimidated
turned it
because I'm
on.
like, yeah, he was like, okay, I tried to be reasonable, I tried to be nice, I tried to be courteous. I tried to be respectful. They want to go to war. Okay, we got to go to war. The gloves are off. All right, here we go. And when I saw that scene, I was like, this is now it just went
Oh,
up to 11.
now
I'm
it's going
really
down. And
that actor did a great job.
the last
You
two things
know,
I'll say about Black Panther, and we're gonna go on to number two. I
Mhm,
especially Black Panther Wakanda Forever didn't like that they killed
mhm.
the Queen, Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Amazing performance, and she should have won an Academy Award for that performance. It was amazing. She was the best. She was actually she won she was nominated. She didn't win.
And she was nominated, and you could tell when she lost,
I
she
think
was holding
everybody
it
was kind
in.
of TO'd. Even if she wasn't, I was TO'd
Who
for her.
won? I forgot.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Was
for
it?
Everything Everywhere All at Once, which
Yeah.
is
I mean,
it's kind of like
it's.
yeah, it's a good
I mean, I
performance
don't
too.
know.
Speaking of Academy Awards and X-Men, my second favorite second favorite superhero movie of all time, Logan.
Is it Logan?
Logan.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Logan. Yeah.
It has like 2 or 3 X-Men in it, but it's
Mhm.
so well. It has Professor X, it has Wolverine, it has X-23, and then it has
I forgot his name.
Calypso, no, Caliban. Anyways,
Yeah, what was his power again?
he was I don't
I
remember
forgot his power.
Caliban. I remember Caliban.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw Logan. I have it, but I forgot.
I think
I know he just couldn't be
he's
under sunlight
yeah,
because it would burn his skin.
Caliban.
But I forgot what was his
But
power.
one of my favorite sci-fi movies. I don't know if you've heard of it. It
Mm.
stars Julianne Moore and Clive Owen. It's called Children of Men. And the plot to that
Yes,
movie is basically that women are infertile, right?
yes, I remember seeing this. I remember this was.
Literally, both of these movies are the exact same movie. There's a woman that entrusts a kid or
Mm,
somebody to the main character being Clive Owen, or in this case it
mm.
was Hugh Jackman. They have to go on a road trip to save humanity. Then the people that like it's literally the same plot, but in comic book form.
Yeah, pretty
And then
much.
I
Just
think the
different.
number one goes without saying, The Dark Knight. To me, that's and see again that goes to the real and gritty stuff that actually works. They
Mhm.
changed Joker's origin is literally like multiple choice, like
Yeah.
it changes.
And the thing is, like every time he talks about his scars,
It's always
I don't know
different.
if you noticed, it's always
Different.
a different story. It's a different
I think he
story.
gets up
So
to
he just
two.
really
Yeah,
just, and it's a really detailed story. Like he does it like what, twice?
twice, and he's about to
You
do
want
it
to
a
know how I
third
got
time.
thgot these scars?
Yeah,
Right. Oh, that's
and then he's
right. With
like,
Batman.
"Do
Yeah.
you want to
And
know
then
how I
he's
got
like,
these
nope.
scars?" And Batman's like, "I know how you got these ones."
He's part.
So yeah, that movie
Great.
blew me away. Like I think I saw it in theater like 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember yours? No, I do remember some that you
Yeah.
said. Yeah, go for it.
Like this is not
Doesn't have
really
to be in
like
order.
the biggest thing, but okay. All right. One of my favorite because
Your top
it's a
5, yeah.
childhood favorite of mine. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Did you remember? Do you remember that?
Good one, dude.
No, that's a good one,
That's a
right?
good one. Yeah.
That's a
We won't
good one.
spoil it for people that
That's
haven't,
number
because this one I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
right.
But yes,
It's really really good. I really enjoyed
I
this
saw that in the
one.
theaters, bro,
It's
with my cousin and my uncle.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I wasn't able to see it in theaters. It was too late for
yeah.
me. Like I didn't know
I'm
about it
surprised they haven't
until it was
adapted
already on video.
that storyline, because that was original storyline for this movie. I'm surprised they haven't done
Yeah.
which they 100%
This
could.
was back in '93. Yeah. This was a long time
And I
ago.
think they could have gotten
All right.
somebody. We'll talk later. Or I'm gonna cut this out. I'll cut this out. But I think they could have gotten like in at the right time to do it. They could have gotten Angelina Jolie to play the
Oh
Phantasm,
my god. That would have been great.
or someone like that.
What do you think I don't know.
It's a
Was she that popular back then? I mean, would they would
no,
they
but I
been
think
able to
if they would
afford
have done
her?
that like in the early 2000s, which I think they probably would have,
Oh,
it would have
okay.
been
Yeah.
that time. If they would have done it
That
in the
would have been
90s, Sigourney Weaver maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I guess. Sigourney Weaver is still cool. I love her.
All right, so
Okay, so
Phantasm. What's your next one?
okay, next one. I mean, it's not as high as yours, but The Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises. Um, I really like that movie. Same thing what you said. Everything is great.
Chris
Um,
Nolan's a great
even
director.
a lot of this. I mean, I never get bored watching that movie.
No, dude, no.
Even there's some scenes that just kind of like stray away. Okay, the Commissioner Gordon and other stuff like that, but it's just really the whole movie is just very great. It's just very great. You got Oh God, what is the actor? The man who plays was it? What's the character? Dent, Two-Face. What's his character's name?
Harvey Dent,
Harvey Dent. Thank
Aaron
you.
Eckhart.
Like I really love that Harvey Dent was just a regular guy. We got to know him well enough to really feel for him, and all of a sudden
And
this happened to
the what I
him.
like about that too is that you see how Batman has the ultimate integrity. I mean, obviously, Batman hasn't gone through anything particular like that, although the death of his parents. But it goes back
Hmm.
to the thing of like, how far does a man get pushed? And you saw that everybody in the beginning was praising Harvey Dent, and then he got pushed too far, and then what he became, you know. So like, I think it just
And he
shows
says,
like, yeah, like how that famous.
even he's well written. He's a well written character as well, because one of the memorable lines that even a lot of people know to this day is that, like what was it, like you say, when you become the hero,
You
you die as a
or you
hero,
live
or
long
you
enough
live
to
long
become
enough
the
to be
villain.
the
Yeah,
villain. And that's
that's what he
still
did.
a very memorable quote. Yeah, that's the thing. But it's a very good movie. I really wish that there was, like, they, it's no spoilers, but I wish there was
Yeah.
more of him in the next movie. But oh well.
Same. They could have done
Uh, they
both
could
of. I
have done
mean,
more.
obviously Heath Ledger. That one, I think that one, because it kind of put a bow on it on the movie with his
Hmm.
performance, and they were just like, yeah, he's in Blackgate Prison or whatever.
No,
And I
but
don't
now
think
they.
that one you could have recasted because it's not.
Mm-mm.
It's not just him acting. It's a perform. Like, how can I say it? Like the
Yeah,
accent, the way he speaks, like all that stuff. I don't think you could have replaced.
it's not about what's
It,
right. It's about what's fair.
yeah. So yeah. So that's your number. That's your second movie that you like. All right. What's a third? What's
Yeah.
a third movie?
Well, I'm going from five to
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
so but I don't know. This could go out of order, or whatever. The next one, Guardians of the Galaxy
Hmm.
2. I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was a very
Yeah.
fun
I think all the Guardians movies. I
movie.
think
Very,
out of all the trilogies in
yeah,
Marvel, every single one is a banger.
Guardian, that's the best one.
Every single
Yeah,
one's a
because
banger.
unfortunately, like, Captain America didn't have the best trilogy. Thor didn't have the best trilogy. Iron Man didn't have the best
No,
trilogy.
the last one and the middle one, the Captain Americas
Yeah.
were good. The first
Oh,
and
it's
second
all,
one supersede. I mean, the second and the third one supersede the first adventure big time.
yeah,
Iron Man, the first
yeah.
one was good. The other two were.
Second one was like, and then it just,
Don't. I still like them.
God, man,
I still like them. I'm glad that they
the
kept
third
making
one,
them, but
I really hate what they did with the what is it, the
that was
Mandarin?
so dumb.
I think the
So
character.
dumb. So dumb. So dumb.
I mean, I love the
So dumb.
actor. I
So
just
dumb.
wish
So dumb.
he wasn't some side character drug addict or something.
I
Oh
think with
God,
that
oh
one,
well.
it would have, and then it was like, oh, this other guy, and then you find out, no, that's not him. I know that there was a lot of or a lot of the people saying like, oh, it should have been someone, an Asian actor. Ben Kingsley
Mhm.
is Asian. He's
Yeah, he
Indian.
is, but
He's half Indian. But I like the way that they.
yeah.
I'll fact check that, but I'm pretty sure he's half Indian. But I
Mhm.
think I do like the misdirect, right? That he was like, oh, bumbly
Oh, did
actor,
you?
and I think it would have been even better if they did it again. That at the end he was like, oh, I was double bluffing them. That I actually
Oh,
was the
yeah. I
Mandarin.
was I was just
Yeah,
playing. Yeah, that would have been fun. But
because he was
I
pretty
think
sinister.
they brought this back in what is it called? Is it
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they brought him back for that, but I just wish the character there was more, because I love the actor, but I just really
That's the
wasn't
thing though with
that thrilled with this
with
one.
Iron Man. He doesn't really have a memorable rogues gallery, not like the other ones do,
Mm.
or Marvel. Not really.
I mean, doesn't he like? And it
I
really
mean,
didn't
other
make
than
sense to me why he would destroy his
Spider-Man.
suits.
Yeah,
Like he was. I mean, like, this wasn't the place to do it, the time to do it. I was like, he's not gonna give up. You're not gonna just
yeah.
end
Right.
Iron Man here. You got more Iron Man stories up
Somebody's gonna do
ahead.
it.
What? Yeah.
All right, what's your
But
second one
anyway,
then?
whatever.
You did tell me
Next one.
some on Sunday. I don't know if those are the same ones, but go for it. Your second one.
Okay, second one with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I really
You
like
like the
this one.
second one?
I like the second
Yeah,
one. The first one I really like too. Don't get me
the second
wrong.
one is a
I just
banger.
like I really love the first one, because I really wish there was more if we had more
Oh, okay,
Penny, Noir, all of
Spider
these
Pig.
characters we saw in the first one, they were really
This
not
one
in the
was a little
second
bit
one.
more
Even Spider
serious,
Pig
right?
wasn't.
I mean, it still had its laughs,
Yeah.
but not. I mean, because I think you take out Spider Pig, and
Well,
then it's not as. I'm not saying
I
that.
mean, I really like, because a sequel. I mean, there's a lot
Yeah,
more, and there's just a lot of Easter
yeah,
eggs
yeah,
in
yeah.
this in this movie. I really enjoy it. But now that I think about it, I think I do enjoy the first one more because I mean, Spider Pig, Penny. I mean, I love that just more focused
Yeah.
together. And when they talk and they just together try to figure out,
Who
I'm
are the
like,
Spider-Men in this one? It was Peter B. Parker, right? And then
yes,
two,
yeah.
it's Peter B. Parker. It was Miles Morales. Then it was the Indian one, Indian Spider-Man.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Spider. Then it
And I
was
just
Spider Gwen.
it's not Spider Gwen doesn't obviously call herself that Spider
Yeah, yeah.
Woman in her universe.
Then there was a Spider Woman,
Mhm.
the pregnant Spider
There
Woman.
is, but
Can roll like
yeah, but
Liverpool,
there's no Spider Boy either.
the Liverpool one.
Oh yeah, the rock and roll. That's the thing. I
Spider
love
Punk.
the new character. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. I love these new characters, and that's what I'm really getting
Oh,
conflicted.
well, also too, that one had all like the Spider Society or whatever, not the Spider Society, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever.
But I
And
feel
then
like the third one is gonna have all of both the first movie and the second movie characters. They're all gonna be in one
you
movie.
have
Because at the very end of the second one, you see all of these great characters gonna go help out
and
Miles.
then you have
And I'm like,
two Latino Spider-Men. I mean
uh,
half. So I guess that would be one. It just
yeah.
makes one. You have Miles Morales, and then you have Miguel O'Hara. So
Oh my god! Like,
I think they're just
what didn't he get like a B in Spanish or something like that? And
his mom
his
is
mom just went
Puerto
no,
Rican.
like even it worked crazy with her. And I'm like, yep, that's a Latino mom right there. I'm like, you got to learn at least the
All right,
basics in
and then
Spanish.
your number one, bro. What's your number one?
It would be definitely the first Christopher Reeves
Dun,
movie. That one has a
dun, dun, dun,
very
dun, dun.
that one has such a set,
Mhm,
great place in my heart. I think it was the movie that introduced me to
mhm,
superheroes.
mhm.
And I mean, Christopher Reeves as Superman is just really good. I think he did a great job with it. You have it's a really long movie too for what it is,
It is,
but
yeah.
I really, yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a really fun movie. It's the origin, and he's just trying to do what is right. Try to show people he's not a threat. He's a person, and even like his conversations with his father. Even though it's just AI or whatever, his conversations with Jor-El is like Jor-El like he started talking with him. I mean, like Jor-El's like, you had fun, and Kal-El or Clark is saying, yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my time, and Jor-El's like, I kind of expected this would happen, and Clark is like, you couldn't have, you couldn't have expected this because you don't know what it would be, what it feels to
Mhm.
fly, all over the planet. You don't know what it's like to have this much strength, these powers that if you're not careful, you can shatter anything. And I just always
Yeah.
liked conversations like that because it just really just well,
He has to learn
it's
how
just
to
very
be
interesting.
Superman because
Yeah.
essentially he's not Superman. He's Clark Kent.
He's just a
He's just a kid.
Clark Kent. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like any kid growing up and having to figure out your, for lack of a your hormones, your
What
how your
what
body.
you can
Yeah, yeah.
do. Yeah.
And his is to the nth
You're still
degree
trying to
because
figure
like
yourself.
if he
Yeah.
sneezes wrong, he could like kill somebody, or like if he
Yeah.
goes to shake someone's hand and he doesn't like do it gently
Yeah,
for
he
him,
can. Yeah, he would have to like really, because yeah, he's a superhuman and he could actually just accidentally just
murder somebody.
tear a building like it would be like pieces of like
Yeah,
paper. To him it's nothing. So I mean, even like in cartoons of versions of Superman, I remember this one. I don't know if it was a show or a movie,
yeah,
but when he was like fighting against Darkseid,
yes,
and he decided he was getting beaten up by Darkseid, but then he just punches Darkseid away, and he's like, "Okay, you want the gloves off?
coming
They're
off.
off. You don't know what it's like for me to." I was holding back
Yeah,
for
I don't
so
know
much
if
because,
this is
like,
the specific cartoon you're talking about, but for sure they did that in
yeah,
the last episode of
or-
Justice League Unlimited, and he
yeah,
says
it's
that
just
too.
pretty
He's like,
much
I've
he
been
was like
holding
saying,
back,
like, "Hey,
but not anymore.
I've been holding back. You don't know what it's like for me to just not do damage." And yeah, and he just goes nuts with the he goes full power on Dark Side, and he is getting
Yeah,
beaten up. He's still a very very strong villain, but
And I
Superman
think the
just really
one
started.
thing that people sleep on Superman is his intelligence. Like a lot of people were
Yeah, he's not a dumb
a
guy.
lot of people are like, "Oh, you know, if we always," I think me and you have the same opinion. My favorite comic book hero is by far Batman. Like Batman is, even though I'm wearing a
Mhm.
Green Lantern, but
Oh yeah,
Batman is my first introduction to the superheroes. I had a cape. I had everything when I was a kid. I even called myself Superman. I mean Batman when I was a kid. I was like, you know,
Batman.
like my name
I
is Brian
I was
Richard Brian
I was
Martinez
Superman.
Batman. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I always make the argument like, okay, like people are like, oh yeah, like Batman would totally beat up like no, he wouldn't. And it's like, well, no, Batman is smart. I'm like, you do realize that Superman has alien technology that is way more advanced than anything on Earth. Like
Mhm.
you're sleeping on his intelligence, and I think people sleep on it. Obviously, like if it came down to it, like Superman could just go like this to Batman and he would die.
Yeah. Flick
And
his
it's like,
finger
well,
and
no,
that's it. Yep.
like Batman would think of a way. And it's like, you're sleeping on his intelligence. He has Kryptonian technology. He has the knowledge of like a
Yeah.
thousand worlds. I know that Batman is supposed to be smart, but don't count Superman out. He's got bronze and and brains, and
Brains, yeah.
Superman and Batman only
It's
has
just
brains.
the thing is Batman, the reason he is a smart guy, and the reason he really is intelligent because he has to
'Cause
be.
that's all he's
Like
got.
he's just a
He's just a
regular
dude.
human being. So he's like, okay, he knows he can't win this fight, head on. He's got to be smart about it. So he plans steps ahead. All right, this super metahuman, superhuman, whatever. I'm gonna have to fight him. How am I gonna do it? I gotta get ready.
And
So
even with the
he
kryptonite
makes a
stuff,
plan.
like even with that, there's this.
The fact that he even has kryptonite kind of just
But
shows
but
he's
even
ready
with
for
that, like
anything.
if there's been comic books or like in storylines where he goes to the sun and he absorbs so much sun energy from the sun that kryptonite doesn't have an effect on him for like a little bit. Or I think
Right.
even read Kryptonite too. And there's that very interesting
Right.
was it Justice League Doom? It's also like a movie, an animated movie from DC, which they
Yeah.
make really good
Yeah.
ones.
It's been a while.
But they are like basically, I think it's the Injustice League or the Justice Syndicate or whatever. No,
Hmm.
oh god, the Legion of Doom. Sorry,
Young
the Legion
Justice.
of Doom.
Okay. All right.
They steal Batman's plan to eliminate or to neutralize, not to kill, but to neutralize all the superheroes. And then they
Hmm.
win or whatever. And at the end, Superman and Batman have a conversation with each other. And then Superman notices like you don't have a contingency plan or a way to neutralize yourself, Batman. He's like, are you really that arrogant to like think that you don't need one for yourself? And then Batman's like, I
Yeah.
do have a contingency plan. And he's like, it's you, Kal-El. Like, you're the contingency plan for me. Like, if I do anything,
Yeah.
like if I go to the bad side, if I switch sides, I don't need this elaborate scheme. It's just like just you, dude. You could just like flick a like hit
He's
yeah,
not.
flick and then I'm dead. Like so I think that goes into how awesome Superman is. Even though my favorite by far, it's not even close, is Batman. But
Mhm.
with that being said, now we're actually gonna get into the movie.
Okay.
Like an hour.
How long
Oh,
is it?
dude, like an hour. Anyways, I'm
Like
fine with it. I'm
47.
gonna have to put like a time code in
Yeah.
this. Be like, if you want to actually hear the movie, talk about the movie. What were your expectations going
Right.
into this movie? Did you have any? Did you know
Um.
anything that was about full spoilers for the movie? Did you know anything a little bit before it came out, like some of the storylines or anything like that?
Nothing but the trailers. I try to avoid
Yeah,
everything. So like I was like, this is a Superman movie. I'm a Superman fan. And I was like, okay, I just saw the trailers and that's it. I was like, not even looking for information.
yeah,
If there is, I just look away. So honestly, I was just really hoping it would be a good movie. And I was actually kind of worried because I wasn't unable to see it in theaters, but my oldest sister and her family and everything, they went to go see it.
yeah.
And she was just texting me like she's in the theater and she's like halfway and she's like telling me she is bored. She was literally bored in the first half. And I'm like, are you
Oh yeah,
serious?
that's right. Winnie went with us.
So
Duh.
really?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's right, she did. Yeah. No, but this wasn't Winnie. This was my
Oh, your
oldest
older
sister,
sister.
Lily.
Okay, well, then,
Yeah, my oldest.
well, you know.
I mean, we're all different. I get it. But like at the same time, I know her pretty much because she is my
Yeah, yeah.
sister. And I'm like, he's not the biggest superhero fan. So I was like,
Is your
okay.
brother-in-law
But then
fan?
Yeah, my brother-in-law is. Yeah, I think I have to ask him. I think Batman's his favorite, but I'm gonna have to
I mean,
ask
that's
him.
most people's favorite.
But the thing is, she told me that when the movie was done, she really enjoyed it in the end. She said she enjoyed it. You know, it's just she just felt like it just took
For a while.
forever to to get started in a
Yeah,
way.
I will say that I heard the one thing I did hear about that is that in the beginning there was going to be a 12-minute conversation between Lois and Clark, or technically Lois and Superman,
Mhm.
or Lois technically it was Lois, and then some of the times Clark, and then some of the times Superman.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
what
It's
he was,
lower talking to Clark, but Clark is gonna
yeah,
interview him
and
as
I was like,
Superman.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
that's kind of gonna drag, and dude, not even a little bit. It was such a great conversation,
yeah, it
and
was really good.
and I know, and it's kind of it's one of those things where like, why did they have to put this in the movie? And it's like, as far as like putting real events into like movies like this, but it's happened with
Mhm.
Star Wars. It's happened. It's like obviously they're gonna take stuff from what's going on in real life and put it into
Real
to the
life.
movie. So it was basically and I could see the parallels between Ukraine and Russia, and then also with Palestine and
Yeah,
Israel. Whatever side, what and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that was kind of a conversation that we're having, and it made sense. And she was making some really good points. It's like, well, you're going in there as a representative, even whether you want to or not, of the United States, and you're trying to stop this power from invading this power. But this power says that they're trying to help them. But then he's like, well, that's obviously not
it's
true.
like
And
you
it's
know that's a
like,
lie. Yeah.
well, it might be, but do we know that for 100%? It's like, no, you don't. We were saying that's the argument he should have led with. Like, she was asking him, why did you do this? Like, and he's like, people were going to die. And I think that's what he could have led with in that conversation.
I mean, for me, what would have been very, I think the scene would have been a lot better if, let's just say, he would say, like, after people were going to die, and then he would say people did
Yeah.
die. I didn't get
And
there in
time, yeah.
time. Civilians got killed. There was a family. There was something.
Mhm.
It would have been interesting more because pretty much I think the whole thing about these invading forces, this nation and this nation, they decided to make a story because of what would Superman
In that
do
situation.
if this would happen. He wants people to have peace. He doesn't want people to get killed. So in order to do that, what does he do? At the same time, we both agree we didn't approve of his
No.
methods of how he tried to solve
Yeah.
it. It could have been better, but at the same time, in that conversation, Lois was being
Yeah.
reasonable,
She was
was
being a
being
reporter. She
nice.
was like,
But
you want me to take the
yeah,
gloves off? I'm coming at you, bro.
these are questions that are
Yeah.
asked. And like Clark would be like, I wasn't representing anybody. I was just representing
Myself.
myself and doing what is right and doing good. He was trying to like get that
And
out.
when I say like that he should have led with that, I mean not that they should have changed the script. I mean that him in the character, like
Yeah.
if he would have structured it, and obviously it goes to like he's new to this, he doesn't know, and that's kind of a crazy thing that too that they kind of point out that obviously if you're a superhero, you're gonna have to learn PR. You're gonna have to learn that
Mhm.
like the
True.
other
Yeah.
people in
Social
the lore tech
media.
and with the Justice Gang, they probably have a
Yeah.
PR team. They probably have like all these things, and he doesn't,
Yeah.
right? And you're gonna have to have a super thick skin, which he does not have yet.
That's right.
For like the things
Yeah,
that
because he gets
he gets
triggered
triggered like
by
the super
hashtag
S.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, that's
He's like,
right.
you
It's
know that
true.
would
But
irritates me
yeah.
specific.
Yeah.
And I think no disrespect to Henry Cavill and Amy Adams. The one thing I will say
Mhm.
about those two, they did not have the same chemistry that
Yeah.
what's her name, Rachel, and then David had.
Right. It
This
was
version of Lois and Clark, basically,
in one movie, it
they have
showed.
so much chemistry. Even when they were arguing, even
Yeah.
when they were having disagreements, they have so much chemistry. And she is
Because arguments are going to happen, and this
and
happens.
she is
Yeah.
very tenacious. She's like you legit feel like she could be in any situation and figure her way out of it or like handle it.
Mhm.
Like she seems to me like the type of Lois that doesn't need rescuing. Like she's like, I got this,
Yeah.
Clark. Like go and
She's
save
on it.
them. I'll figure this out.
Yeah. She's a smart character. I really like that. But yeah.
I honestly
What did you
I
think
love
of
this movie. I really do. This is my favorite Superman movie.
yeah, for me, there's some things, yeah, I would nitpick and stuff
Yeah,
like
because
that.
we love
But
movies. We're critical. I try
yeah,
not
I
to be,
mean
but
everyone
sometimes I'm
has
like,
it.
this one thing.
What are some things you didn't like about the movie?
Let me see. Okay, the main thing. that I think everybody did not
Mm,
like about it, and I think we should talk about
right.
it, is the
Okay.
portrayal of Jor-El.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
All
the
right.
one thing, which I still
Yeah.
feel is going to be revealed in the next movie, because the next movie is not going to be a Superman movie. It's going to be like an ensemble piece, from what I heard. Um,
Yeah.
so spoiler again, he has a message from his parents that was, what is it called?
Recorded
Recorded before,
before.
but it was damaged. That's what I'm trying to say. It was damaged,
Yeah.
but it basically starts off as saying like, "You are, we love you more than anything, Kal-El. You have all this knowledge, you have all this power. Go to Earth," and then it cuts off or something like "Be their savior."
Yeah.
It
It was
literally says like
damaged
"Be their
during
savior,"
transit.
like help them, and then it cuts off and like damage. So they're able. The engineer with Lex Luthor is able to record it,
Okay.
and
Here's
then
the
it says
thing.
like.
Like,
They're a simple creature you can easily like, which my thing is
yeah.
like,
So
okay, if that like, my thing that kind of bothered me, not so much that, is that just how that message takes a left turn, like completely, like a complete 180 to like what he was
yeah.
saying. And so I thought that it was going to be revealed that like either it was fake or doctored, but within what the next scene, everybody, literally Lex Luthor, Mr. Terrific, even the government says like, "Oh no, it's authentic. Like everybody, it's legit real." And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess
Just to really confirm us, the audience,
this
hey,
is
this is
true.
what's
And
happening.
I mean, that's a very James
Okay.
Gunn thing to do, though, for sure.
I feel James Gunn did this because he saw the show Invincible.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's why he did it. Here's just the thing. I mean,
Is
like,
there any storylines where
you
he's
know
like
what
that?
this message is.
Is
What?
there any storylines where Jor-El is like that?
There must have been one, but for me, I wasn't a fan of it. It just really felt off to me that these parents that they
Mhm.
know they're going to die and they're trying to save their kid would tell them to, hey,
Have a
when you
secret
go to
harem.
this planet, right, get yourself a harem, make sure our people continue to survive.
Spread
They're
your
telling
seed, Kal-El.
their 3-month-old child to go and
Ugh.
rule, and it just felt like it really just changes your view on Jor-El. And what was his wife's name? I
Um,
forgot. Mara,
Laurel.
or I don't
Laurel, I
know.
think.
Laurel. But it's just, I just wasn't a fan of this. I get what he wants to do, but I'm like, no, it just doesn't really make sense that all this time Clark has known about the
Yeah.
message, but only this portion that wasn't corrupted.
Yeah, and how did
And
the engineer
then
fix it? Like he has technology from
and
other worlds.
exactly, an engineer
He has
using
robots.
Earth technology. Yeah, he's got robots. Pretty much the
Mr.
reason,
Terrific.
this was for us, the
Yeah.
audience. The Superman robots, one of them, number 4, I think he's in charge of the group because he's the one seems to
Alan
be,
Tudyk, yeah.
the leader of this, of everybody else. He's the one's just translating what Jor-El is saying. Hey, Superman, we're putting on this recording because we know it suits you.
Yeah.
And you're all messed up. We're trying to heal you up. So hey, here's some soothing voices. So it's pretty much 4 is saying everything, even though Clark knows it by heart. 4 is translating it for us, the audience, to know what the message is. And then he literally just says, and the rest is corrupt, during
Did
your
you guys ever
entry,
try
which
to?
doesn't really make sense. It's just, why would you mention that? Because Clark would know. Again,
Yeah.
it's for
Yeah,
us,
it's
the
exposition.
audience. Yeah. So pretty much, I didn't like that the engineer was able. Okay, for one, let me just say this: the engineer tracks the Superman to the
Yeah.
fortress, and then tells Lex where it is. So pretty much what happens, when Lex gets there, what happens, the fortress starts to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rise. And so immediately, to me, I thought there's a clone. The guy,
At that point,
Ultraman,
did they had they called him
who's in this,
Ultraman? No, right? It
they
wasn't.
called him
Oh,
Ultra.
like I mean, I know they did in the movie, but at that
Right,
point in the movie, had they called him Ultraman yet, or was that until later?
they did, because
Okay.
remember when he went to the beach, and for some reason there's like a
Yeah, yeah,
headquarters
at the
at a
beach.
beach with guys in Hawaiian
Yeah, yeah. Luther Core.
shirts and shorts, Luther Core. Ultraman goes over there, gets in the teleport just to get into the office where Lex and the group
Yeah.
is. And they say, oh, Ultraman, great job, and stuff like that. They did
Okay.
say stuff like that. But the thing is, once we saw him and you don't really see his face. You don't really see. He's all in
Mhm.
just like kind of a camo gear or something, all black. Think of it like Black Noir, literally, except without
Yeah.
the coat and the hat. Like, so pretty much, I'm thinking when they were like going to the forgers, I immediately thought that guy's a clone immediately,
Uh,
because how else would they
I
enter?
was thinking that I figured it out, but not as fast as you did. I think you figured it out pretty quickly. I
I
was like,
figured it out immediately because my brain is
mhm,
different from yours, and
my
it's not.
yeah, no, no, no.
My brain just notices these things and it just connects the dots. I'm like,
I
no, let me
think I
just enjoy the
figured it out
movie.
when they were having the last fight. I think that's when I
Mm.
figured it out. I was like, oh, and that's the other
I
thing.
figured it out like,
I
yeah,
know that Ultraman is a character in and of itself. From it's like Earth 3 or whatever.
something
Something
else.
like.
Yeah.
I
Did
would
you?
have
Yeah.
I would have preferred it.
Don't worry about the multiverse right here. Let's just
They
go
already
with
have a
this.
multiverse in here, but it's just it's
Yeah. Let's not worry about it. Let's just worry about
yeah.
this this
Um,
one here. We're
I
good.
I would have liked it if it would have ended up being Bizarro. I think that would have been cooler.
Right. I thought
I thought it
I
was gonna
think
be Bizarro,
during the movie I looked at you and said, "Is this guy Bizarro?"
and I was like,
I mean, because
nah.
I don't know. I mean, but
Because even
eventually you
in
didn't
one
answer.
scene, like when
Like,
they reveal his face, I don't know if you noticed, one of his eyes is kind of like wonky. Yeah, a little
really?
bit.
I didn't
And
notice
then
that.
Lex Luthor says like he's even dumber than you are.
If that's
Yeah,
possible,
so it's
yeah.
like
So it kind of makes me think like this could be like a way to introduce
Bizarro.
Bizarro.
Yeah.
Like maybe
When he
like
goes into the black
spoiler
hole,
alert.
yeah, then maybe he comes out and he's changed.
Dude, like here's the thing that I've noticed a lot in online because of what Superman did. Do you think Superman killed the clone because he purposely got him to fall
Yeah,
into the
to fall
black
into the
hole?
black hole. I don't think he was doing that with that intention to kill him. I think he was just trying to stop him and whatever was the
Yes.
in the sense of like
Because I've noticed a lot that online for some reason that people are just back and forth, but then I'm like,
and for,
true, I can see that, but at the same time, I don't care.
yeah, I don't really don't care. Like if it's the one that I think everybody did care was, and it was a different one. Like people say, "Oh, Superman, Batman never kill." Like they kill all the time. Like
It's not like you would want to.
no,
Well, here's another thing. Like, how did you feel about this? Like, okay, so pretty much Ultraman is a puppet. He's literally a
hey
puppet,
seven
and yeah,
D9.
how pretty much Lex is playing Battleship. But the thing is, here's the thing. I think what they were trying to do is show that Lex is very smart
Yeah,
to the point where he knows Superman's every
yeah.
single move, and he's able to predict and be able to use a puppet to fight against him
Mhm.
and beat him and everything like that. But how did you feel about him just screaming out D9, B17, random
Yeah,
numbers which represent a certain
combo. Yeah,
fighting position or attack or something?
I was fine with it, and I think that kind of goes to me to his ego. Because by the way, Nicholas Holt, an amazing Lex Luthor. The
Yeah, I think he did a great job.
it shows that he's literally insane. Like he is insane,
Yeah,
and you see
yeah,
those switches in like personality and like
yeah. You see the
emotions.
gears turning in his head.
And I
Yeah.
think for me it was for that reason that it was cool because it's him just showing off his intelligence to other people. Like it wasn't like
Mhm.
obviously Superman doesn't hear that. Eventually he does, but and then there was some person that says like he knows every single fight, so he has them choreographed. So
Yeah,
I think it was his
he created
ego
like
and his
2,500.
trying to show off the intelligence because I think at this point in this version up to right now is not a hands-on Lex Luthor like some of the other ones do with the super because we do see the Lex Luthor, the blue, I mean not the blue, green and purple super
Suits,
suits,
yeah,
but it was on his
yeah,
Raptors. So I
right.
think I didn't mind it that much that he was yelling at because and also too it's like he was winning. So I think he was just like his
Mhm.
ego was getting more and more and more
Working,
inflated and all these people were just like,
yeah.
"Oh my
He was,
gosh," like
oh my god, oh
and
my
it
god,
was
yeah.
kind of funny to see like how these people that probably had like they and it goes again to and I think for now it's kind of waned, but I'm just gonna go and say their names: Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Not the ego stuff, but like that there was these people that followed them and everything they did with like
Yeah, they blindly
yeah,
followed
yeah,
him,
and
and even
of course that's kind of waned over the years, and thank goodness. But
mm,
But it was my
Yeah.
kind of my thing was like, how can these people like follow this obviously insane megalomaniac? And I'm like, oh, people did that. Well, I mean, I'm sure not only with these two people, but other rich billionaires and
This
stuff.
wasn't the first. This wasn't the first time that's
And then I was like,
happened.
oh
It
yeah,
won't be
Hitler,
the
duh.
last.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. This has happened many times. If you look at the human history,
yeah.
there's a lot of. I mean,
I think
like what was the thing?
to your question, it was just
Yeah,
his
go
ego.
ahead.
Like he was just trying to show off,
Yeah.
and that's why it kind of made
The
it
thing,
cool for
the
me.
problem I personally I had a problem with
Uh-huh.
it because it just was like again
And
and
he did
again
say it
and
a lot.
again.
He
It
did
just
say it a
started to
lot.
get on my nerves. That was the
Like we
problem
get
that
it.
I just felt like this could have been. I just feel like it could have been executed
Oh.
better without to me because this thing is it started to get on my nerves. It started to get annoying to
He
me,
did say it about 100 times though.
because yeah, he just says it way too many times, and I'm like, I feel like this character Ultraman could fight on his own,
Yeah.
or be given instructions. But I'm like, I just felt like him going D9, D9, D, and I'm like, I get it. You don't have. It just felt too much to
Uh-huh.
me. It started to get on my
Maybe if they
nerves.
would
I'm
like
like, I get what
cut
you're
away from
doing.
that, and then you're like, oh, we know he's telling other people what to do. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, or if they
I
if it
don't know.
cuts away to like the actual fighting, and then like people are,
Mhm.
Ultraman is punching, and it's like, well, obviously, like we know now that Ultraman is not doing it on his own. He's getting instructions from Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
And I think that would kind of solve the problem because it didn't bother me, but I do see that he did say it a lot. Like it was like 100 times. He
yeah,
probably said like
yeah.
33A, like he was
So many different.
ordering off
Yeah,
a combo menu or something.
pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I was the only that was the problem that I have with it was that it just started to get on my
Uh-huh.
nerves to me, and I'm like, I get it, but I feel like they could have done a better job to show how much how smart
Hmm.
Lex Luthor is, and how much of a why he doesn't like
They didn't really
Superman.
explain it. I mean, he does have a little speech, but I didn't really get the full
Yeah,
picture of why he hates him. I think you want to think the one thing that I did get, and he did fully explain it, but it was like he has all these powers and he didn't earn it. I think that's what his main thing was. I think he says
yeah.
something along those lines that because like
Like he doesn't see Superman as a person. He sees it
as
as
a
he
it.
sees him as like
Yeah, and
it.
he says that. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I guess. But again, I think it just goes to him being a complete psychopath. That like people worship.
Yeah,
He
he was.
wants to be the one to be worshipped, and he was like, I have
Yeah, to the point where he's
intelligence.
just like he knocked things off the table and told his pick them up.
And they
Like
were
they
like,
start picking them up. I'm like, why are you picking it up?
yeah,
Like,
again, these
but
people, and
but yeah, it's just. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I'm like for me, there's certain things that I just didn't like, and this was one of them. It just started to get. It was just too
yeah,
much. I felt it was just too much of that, and I'm like, you could have just dialed it back a bit, but it's not. It doesn't ruin the movie. It's just for me. I just feel like it was just too much of
uh-huh.
that. What about the Justice Gang?
I
Like, how did you feel?
so yeah, I'm straight what the kids are saying. I'm straight glazing this movie because I absolutely loved it. I love the Justice Gang, bro. I am a huge fan of Nathan
Yeah.
Fillion. Anything he does, I'm all on
Oh yeah.
board.
So am I. Yeah.
I even watched The Rookie, and it hasn't been a good show in a while, but I still watch it. I think
Did you
I
ever
think he did
see
a great job. Skyler, whoever played Jimmy Olsen was good. Mr. Terrific was good.
Mr. Terrific was great. I love this character. I'm like immediately his first line is "What's the skinny?" But he's got this voice that's just like so. It's like honey. I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
deep and serious, but I'm like this character won me over immediately. I was like, this is a great character. He's got his faces. He's got a T planted on his
Yeah.
face for some reason to really show it. But I
Yeah,
really really love this
Eddie or
character.
Edie. I'm sorry, I was mispronouncing that name. Eddie Gathigi played really good. Skyler Gisondo played Jimmy Olsen. Frank Grillo as was it
Mhm.
Flag, Colonel Flag. Oh, and also too
Wait a
Isabella
minute.
Merced as Hawkgirl
Alan
was I liked her
Alan
really good.
Tudyk was
Alan
Gary?
Tudyk,
Like,
yeah.
are you kidding? I didn't know
Oh, I
that.
love Alan Tudyk,
I
dude.
just
He should
realized.
be in more things.
Yeah, but I didn't know he's number 4, the Superman robot. I didn't know that.
I just
Which later at the end of the movie, his name ends
yeah.
up to be Gary because he wanted to have a
I
name.
also liked Ma and Pa Kent because I think those
Yes. My God, that scene with the
he's just a
with
big old
the
ball
Miss.
of mush.
Oh my God, though, man, that scene where
I'm not gonna lie
you
to you,
know,
bro. I'm gonna put you on
heart.
blast. I saw you get emotional in
Yeah.
that scene when Kal-El was talking to his
Yes.
dad.
Dude, I'm a sucker for stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this
No, it was
when it
very
involves
emotional.
family. And the thing is, like, yeah, when you have this father who just loves his son, and it's just like he's going through a rough time, and he's like, even in the beginning, remember in the beginning when Miss Kent was, I
Yeah,
forgot, Martha
Mark,
Kent,
yeah,
right? Martha was just literally just screaming at her iPhone on the table.
yeah,
Pretty much you would see Jonathan, pretty much he's like he's telling Martha to tell Clark to not be a stranger, that Clark has not he hasn't seen Clark in a long
yeah.
time, and you can tell that he wants to see him again. Like, it's been a
Mhm.
while. Where have you been? Don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us, you know. But when that scene started to play, and he started to tell him that, we don't tell our kids, their destinies or stuff like that. What the
Yeah, yeah.
message
It was
said.
something like we don't
He
tell
pretty much
them
says
what
like
they can be. We just give them the tools to make those
they
bad decisions on
tools.
their own.
Yeah,
Like he was
yeah,
basically saying like
yeah.
you're gonna make bad decisions,
Your act,
but
yeah,
that's a process. That's
yeah. Pretty much, he's telling them that your choices, your actions, what you do makes you who you are.
and even the bad
All
choices.
right,
And
even the bad ones.
they're
Yeah,
gonna
you
happen,
learn from it.
but that's part of
And you're gonna learn.
you're gonna
You
yeah.
need to learn from it. That's how you grow. That's how you become a better
Why do
person.
we fall? So we
And
can
I
learn
was
to pick
just,
ourselves back up.
and the thing is, he goes, and you see him crying, like trying to, because
Big
he's
old
having a
what
hard
is
time saying it.
Marquette keeps
He
saying?
goes,
She's a big old ball of mush.
big old ball of bush, yeah. But dude, even I was
And
tearing
they
up
were
right
only
there
in it
because
for
it was
like
just,
two scenes, and they did such a great
yeah,
job.
they
Yeah.
were very, very, very. But I think they did a great job, and it was very. I thought they were
The
very
same with
sweet.
the
They were
character who
very
plays the
lovable.
engineer. I think she did a really good job. Oh, the
Hmm.
best one. I
She's
think the
just,
person that stole the show 100% was the her name is Sara Sampaio. Sampaio. She's a Portuguese.
hmm
The girl who played Jimmy Olsen's girlfriend Eve. She was hilarious. I absolutely loved her, and that she was technically she was a genius, bro. She was because she sent him all those
yeah, she was,
selfies, and then he's like, "There's just a bunch of stupid selfies," and then Lois was the one that figured out like, "Oh no, she's taking stuff
yeah,
like selfies with stuff in the background that's like evidence to what Lex Luthor was really trying to do."
yeah, pretty much in the background. Yeah, the whole plan of invading, there's a whole all of her pictures, they would be in the background, evidence
Uh,
of what
I think she did
Lex
a
is
great job.
doing.
The way she was like
Like, so
in love with Jimmy Olsen,
in
head over
love
heels
with
with him.
Jimmy. And I was like, to be honest, I was happy for
Oh
Jimmy.
yeah,
I was like,
the Jimmy, the inexplicable
oh,
ladies man.
yeah, and he just
He
doesn't
doesn't
know
know,
it.
or he
He
does, and
just
he just
doesn't
doesn't
know.
care. And
Or
he's all like,
yeah, I mean, he literally calls his ex. What was it? What was on this phone?
"Oh,
Like
dude,
toe
well,
something?
she was mutant toes, but there was a
Okay,
like when
right.
he's going through the list, it
He had
shows
a
all women's
huge
names. Yeah,
list.
of
Yeah. And he just
his little black lab.
names them by their, or by their
Yeah,
imperfections or
it's
something.
so shallow, dude. Oh, dude,
And I
it's
was like, this guy is so
and that's
stupid,
the
but
thing though
like,
that
I really am happy.
it's really hard to do a good Superman movie with a good villain because nobody really. I mean, other if you go deep cuts, like I mean, not really deep, but Dark Side, Mongol. Who are his other ones?
You mean like,
Like nobody can
I think
really
you're thinking about a big threat,
a big threat. Yeah,
like a big threat to be, right?
physical, physical threat,
Right.
and
I mean, obviously they're gonna do that like in the future, but I just really wish they would have showed more Lex using his
hmm
intellect,
okay,
instead of just,
yeah,
I really wish we would have seen more of him planning everything,
okay.
just see more of him being a
Yeah,
smart
because he doesn't
person
really plan
instead of just
anything.
outing.
It's already planned,
Yeah,
and you just
it's already
see.
planned, and that's the
Okay,
problem that I
okay,
have.
I can see that.
That for this Lex, I'm like, I wanted, this is Lex Luthor, and he's always been against Superman, but he always uses his head to mess him up. One of the things was, like, we find out he created a pocket universe, and there's like an army of monkeys. For some reason, they're able to just use the social media
They're the
and
ones that spreading all the
say
rumors. Yeah.
negative things. Yeah. So I just really expected in this movie that Lex Luthor would like plan something to make Superman look bad. Like, really, just really make him just look more of a threat, and it just felt that way to me.
I do agree with what you're saying. It didn't bother me that it wasn't in that, but because
No, yeah,
like you were saying it, what we were saying is that he does use his intelligence, but it's all basically before the movie, and you just see the execution of that plan, or that the plan has already been
right,
going on.
yeah. Which I understand,
It would have been too much
I think it was
exposition.
purposely done. Yeah, it was purposely done just to get things going, just to keep
Yeah,
going. Let's go. I just felt like I really wish I would have seen a little bit more of that, but I still really enjoy this movie. The Justice Gang,
I like that.
not an official
No,
name, like, but still, Nathan Fillion. Oh my God, man,
Nathan Fillion's the best,
he's always alive. Yeah.
and I'm
What'd you
glad.
think of Hawk Girl?
I didn't mind her. I liked her. It was
I
kind
didn't
of
mind her.
I thought it was weird that she killed a head of state,
Yeah, she did it, and I'm
even
like,
if the person was a terrible
wait a minute.
person, which he was.
Yeah,
And even if he was conspiring and he was going to be put in prison, it was
right.
weird that
She
she took that
killed
into
him,
her own hands. And nobody was like, hey.
and then nobody questioned it.
And even, okay, so Superman stopped a war and
Yeah,
he didn't kill
and
anybody
then he's being judged,
and he
right?
was being judged. She killed the head of state and everybody was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Girl
I guess
power,
so.
man. That's a
I
tough
thought it was
one,
cool that
I
she
guess.
would screech like a hawk. I thought that was cool.
There's
I mean,
people
she's a
I heard
hawk.
that they just find it annoying. She's a hot girl, I get
She's a
it.
hawk, dude. She's
But at the
alien. She's
same
a hawk.
time, even I was like, yeah, but even I was like, wow, that's a little. I felt it was a little too much.
Did
She
they do
was
that in
just
the
screaming.
cartoons
"Ugh."
with because I don't know.
I don't
I don't know
remember.
if this is the Shaira version, which is my exposure to this version, Hawk Girl.
Like I grew up with the I remember seeing the
Yeah,
cartoon. I
I don't think
never
this is the
remember
Shaira
her
version.
screeching.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
She
remember
was,
that.
yeah. So I'm guessing this is a different
I
one.
mean, there's
She's Hispanic, isn't she? Okay.
but that's the other thing too. There's multiple different aliens in this universe,
Mm-hmm.
or when there's her, there's Superman, there's Supergirl, which she shows up at the end, and then there's a Green Lantern Corps. So I mean, they know that those aliens exist too.
Well, in the very beginning of the movie, you have text telling you pretty much a quick exposition that, hey, in this world, in the past 300 years, metahumans have been
Yeah,
around. So pretty much, it's just trying to let us know, hey, we are going to start this movie in the middle of the
yeah.
action. Everything has already been established. There are superheroes, there are supervillains, there are monsters. So that's how this world
And if
is.
you look at the
So
when they're in the Justice Hall, the Justice Gang Hall,
mhm,
there's like a mural in the background, and it shows like a bunch of different
mhm,
old superheroes. Which crazy fun fact? One of the I think it was the writer of Superman. Is it Joel Siegel?
mhm. Don't remember.
Anyways, I gotta get that person, the characters. Let's see what it based on. DC characters. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get roasted if I don't remember who this person is. The one that wrote it. It's based on. Anyways, I'll look it up. But created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And it might be one of those
Uh,
things that like they actually weren't the real ones, kind of like Bob Kane. Anyways, but the outside building, this was filmed. A lot of this was filmed in Cleveland, and you saw how the outside building of the Justice Hall, it looked a lot similar to like the one from the cartoons, like from back in the
right.
day, from the yeah, like the
Like the
Super Friends.
golden
Yeah,
age,
like
I guess. Yeah.
meanwhile in the Justice League, it's because
Oh,
that
okay.
building
Yeah.
was used as an inspiration for that in the comic books. So it's a building. So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
that's the reason it looks. Because when I saw it, I was like, dude, that looks exactly like the one from Super Friends. And then I heard a podcast, and they were like, oh yeah, it's because that's the one that they used the inspiration for. And they filmed this
Oh,
in Cleveland, and they filmed that. It's like an old train station, and they filmed it there.
okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Um, Another fun thing that that weird ghost looking thing that was in the pocket dimension, not a ghost, but it looks like Slender Man that was
Yes, Mr.
Mr.
Handsome.
Handsome.
I think that's
So apparently that was supposed
yeah.
to be like the very first attempt of Lex Luthor cloning Superman, but it didn't go
Oh,
right. But he had like a fondness for it because it was like his baby, so that's why he's there.
okay. It just reminded me of I forgot what's it called, like that from Greek mythology that there's like death, like they would have to
Oh, the River
cross,
Styx.
they would have to get on a boat and right, what's it called?
The River Styx.
The river,
Yeah.
river Styx. But
Come
there would
sail
be
away. Come sail away.
yeah, there would be like the
Yeah.
person who who is in charge of the boat. He just kind of reminded me
Which
of
I'm
that.
pretty
Like
sure
he,
there's an episode of Justice League where Batman has to cross the river Styx, and I think it's Medusa that's paddling the boat. Anyways,
but yeah, it's just pretty much. And
I liked it.
there's
I
also
liked it a lot. I give it.
I liked it. There's Crypto.
Crypto
I
was great.
mean, what do you think?
Crypto was pretty funny.
Crypto was a great character. I really love this
And I
dog.
like
I
that
really
it
do.
was. I think that was the other thing that you didn't like. That it wasn't Superman's.
It
It
wasn't
was Kara.
Superman's. It was
Yeah,
Kara, however
yeah.
you want to pronounce it. But yeah, which kind of I wasn't really a big fan because it's always been
His.
Clark Superman's dog. It's always has been. And now and the thing is I don't mind, I'm willing to give it a chance. Okay. Let's see Crypto being Kara's
Yeah, yeah,
dog. All right. So for me, I'm willing to give that a chance. I don't have a really big problem with it. I just kind of grew up,
yeah.
this way. But the thing is, for me, this movie is also for like the new generation. I'm hearing a lot of young kids who never really been into DC
And they
movies.
love this one,
They saw this one and they
dude.
loved
I'm
it.
glad.
So
We need to keep it
I'm
going.
really happy that yeah. I really don't, it doesn't really bother me that much. It's just the thing is it's something that I'm used to. But I'm also willing to give new
Yeah,
stuff a chance. Hey, if you can pull this off, all right. Like I would love to see, eventually we'll get it. We'll get a Supergirl movie,
yeah. I think that's the
I'm
next one that's
assuming.
coming out is a Supergirl movie.
Probably.
Uh,
So I really hope we get to see more of Crypto, just
yeah,
because Crypto was great in this entire movie. Every time he was in the scene, he just, to me, I
so
always
soon.
just focused. You would
Crypto,
feel
get
it.
the toy.
Superman's fighting an army of raptors, and then you would see Crypto struggling
Yeah.
with one in the background.
Yeah, that's right. He was like literally fighting one the entire time. And to
Mhm.
make how good of a character Crypto was, obviously you probably know that he was modeled after one of James Gunn's dogs.
Right.
And he
Yeah.
says he's like a terrible dog, but we love him. And but the first person to be introduced in this movie is Superman. The second is Crypto, or the second character is Crypto.
It's true. Yeah.
So it's like he's that important to the movie. He really was actually important to the movie because he's the one who helped
Yeah.
Superman defeat Ultraman because the
Yeah.
way like
He whistled brains versus
yeah,
brawn.
and that's true. And he was like, Crypto, get the toys because Lex Luthor was helping Ultraman with these cameras, and so if the cameras were destroyed,
Yeah.
which Crypto did, he has no way of knowing what to do.
This is nitpicking, but I just really wish we had a little bit more of Superman and Crypto fighting together. Every time they're together in the scene, it's the
It's
best.
the way
To me, it's
Superman is
just
just
so good.
irritated by this dog, and this dog just is just
Yeah.
like, let's play, let's play.
Well,
The
like I
same
mean,
with Four.
I
Four
don't.
hated him.
Yeah, he's like I could. He's like I don't care. I'm like if he dies, lives or dies, I don't care. But the thing is, like Crypto, I'm like even Superman's like what the hey, dude. That's the thing that what I love about this movie is that Superman is really just like the way he
Yeah.
talks is really just
Doesn't he say at some
he's
point
saying
like
things.
geez or golly or something like that?
Yeah, stuff like that. He would say things like that that just
Very
really.
Smallville.
And even I'm dude, Smallville. What that's a great show.
No, but like in the sense of like he's just a farm boy from Kansas kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like,
I mean,
oh
like
shucks.
it's stuff that is not in today's modern time. This was something that people said decades
Hmm.
ago, back maybe in the 50s, and he's all, oh shucks, and what the hey, and
Yeah,
come
that's true.
on,
Yeah,
like it's just the language is very you lovable, and I remember like after watching the movie, I wanted to see what other people
uh,
thought, and I'm seeing a lot of young people saying that they love the way he speaks. So
yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
What if he would have come out with
Um,
the skibbity? He would have been like, "Oh, skibbity toilet, Riz."
Oh my god, no, that's just too much. Like, it's too much, man.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't say that because he wouldn't even know like the way he is.
He
He
has
has
a
no
heart
He's
about
like,
his
what is that? Like he would be like most of us,
Yeah,
but like in an inquisitive way. The other
right.
really good thing I do like about, and I don't remember the speech, but again, there's parallels to what's going on in the world right now. And we're not going to talk politics, but
Mhm.
this is what James Gunn does, and he does it really well. That he said like basically Lex Luthor is basically it's basically saying like I hate you because you're an alien. And he's like, "No, I may have come from somewhere else, but I grew up
Oh,
here
that scene
and
right
but
there.
the
Okay,
thing
yeah.
I grew up here. I'm as American as anybody can be and like I have flaws and but The thing was about that.
I'm a
I'm
human.
human just like you, but the
I put one foot in front of the other every
exactly.
day. I make
And you're
mistakes. I
like,
do stuff. Yep.
obviously, he's talking about what's going on here in the States, and I'm sure other places around the world. But the scene, that speech was literally like 20 seconds, if that. And I think that's what made it better. That it wasn't like the one that we had in, not the message was good of what the one was in Winter Soldier and the Falcon, but it literally went on for like 5 minutes. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, bro, like I get you're trying to do a Westworld.
You're
I mean, not a
spinning.
Westworld, a
I
West
feel like
Wing
you're
thing,
spinning.
and just like, let's wrap
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up.
You're spinning your
Yeah,
wheels.
just
Yeah.
but that's what I did like about
Taking
this
forever to
one,
get
that
to
the
the point.
message was there, but it wasn't overly done. And I think I don't know if you've seen the Barbie movie. They kind of have
I
a same
have.
speech like that, and it was about a minute long. I think it was just perfectly done, that it wasn't too long. And I think if you're gonna, obviously these people are gonna do that because every single movie has real world parallels, and if they want to, they can talk about their beliefs, or not even political beliefs, just what's right and wrong, you know. And a lot of people are going to be like, no, but I didn't hear anybody give any backlash to that particular speech.
Mhm.
Because again, I think it was just like, get to the point. Like, you don't like me because I'm not from here. I'm American. I've lived here. I'm just like everybody else. I have my flaws.
It's because it's a speech that's like relatable to
Yeah.
everyone. Like we all are like, there's different people. We're all different. We have different cultures, but we all have our struggles. We
Mhm.
all wake up. We all put one foot in front of the other. We all try to deal with it. We all
Just try to
make
get by.
mistakes. Yeah, we're just trying to live our life. And for some reason, Lex just can't
And
accept that. Not
and that
for,
was the thing too. Didn't Lex like say at some point like, "Oh, come on," like that? And then
yeah.
that was, I think, what made it even better is that Crypto was like, boom, and he
Crypto
started
just
attacking,
comes out of
started
nowhere
attacking
and
Lex,
starts trashing it
and he's like, no. And then you see the horror in the faces of
in
everybody
the
else
faces of
that's around him, because they're still in that or the Lex Tower ship or whatever.
this
You
Lex
see the
hero
horror
that's
in all
hovering
these
somewhere.
people's faces because they're like, this dog is from Krypton. He's a super
This
dog.
dog is flying and grabbing a man.
He could
It's
kill
just
him. And that's another thing that I
yeah.
heard somewhere, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
In our universe, in the real world, a German Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois, a Doberman, a pit bull, they can kill humans. They can kill a grown human being
Yeah.
who
An
has
adult,
like,
yeah.
who's athletic, who's strong or whatever. They can kill him very easily.
Mhm.
So does that mean that a Kryptonian version of a German Shepherd or Malinois or pit bull could kill Superman?
It's an interesting,
Right?
it's an interesting question.
Because
Never thought of it that way. I mean, yeah, I mean it is
in Krypton they're
possible,
not super,
but
they're just normal.
they're just normal people. They don't know. They're just
Because in
like
Krypton they
us.
don't have
We're everyday.
superpowers. It's
Yeah, they
here that they
don't
have superpowers because of the sun.
because of the yellow
Yeah.
sun. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think we've ever. I don't think they've ever gone.
I heard that recently,
further
like on
from
a reel or something, and they didn't get to
that.
they didn't get to the problem of it, or like the meat and bones of this query or this question. The one thing I will say,
Well, I mean, you can even think about like in the beginning, like I really expected Lex to have a lot more injuries because you remember in the beginning, Crypto jumped on
and he hurt him.
Superman when he was
Yeah,
defeated, and he hurt him. And you're seeing Crypto do mess up a regular human being.
yeah.
I'm thinking, dude,
I would have
Clark,
thought that
stop him.
Lex would have been way more messed up.
Stop him. We could kill him. All right. That dog made you wince when he jumped on you. Like, so,
Yeah, I thought Lex was going to
so
be more
yeah,
beat up
I'm
when they
like,
took him to Bel Rev, but he was
I
walking
really
up.
expected. I mean, obviously, yeah, like probably like an arm or cask or something, but I just really expected like
Cuts and
he would be
lacerations,
really
yeah.
messed up because it looked like Crypto was just going off.
And you saw, like I said, you saw
and
the terror in everybody's face, like, oh my gosh.
he's like,
The one thing I
"Ah!"
will say about this is, I guess in this universe that really wouldn't happen, because at the end when Kara came in, Crypto jumped on her and started like throwing her on the floor, and she was laughing about it. She was like having a good, and,
Right.
like,
So this was
and the concrete was
this
breaking.
was this is the reason why Crypto is what he is, his personality.
Yeah. He
Because
doesn't
Kara just
doesn't
lets
teach
him.
him, doesn't train
He
him.
plays with them. It just goes crazy. I just really didn't like how this was shot because it's just because again, this is me noticing these things because I just noticed them. You could tell they these actors,
They weren't in the same scene, or
they weren't in the same
in the
scene.
same
They
room.
weren't in the same room. They were just like, this was cut to make it look like they were together, and they were. And I was like, you guys, you really couldn't get these two together in just one scene, at least just one? Did it have to
I
be?
think
It's not like you were hiding it.
no,
They weren't even hiding it. I think they were like really saying, yeah, there's gonna be Supergirl cameo
no. I mean,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. The only reason I can think of is she was on that show House of
Should
Dragons,
bridge with something else
that Game of
at the
Thrones
time. Yeah,
sequel. Yeah.
okay.
So I mean, I'm guessing that they were filming this and that at the same time, and they probably couldn't
Yeah,
get her. I don't
maybe. Yeah. It just, to me, it just kind of bothered me because it just didn't look normal. Like, hey, it just cuts to him, yeah, hi, and then cuts back to
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
and then it just didn't feel natural to me, if you know what I mean. I was like, it just didn't feel like a
Like a natural.
natural, normal thing. Yeah, it just felt like
I
edited,
honestly didn't notice that
stitched
until
together.
you said something. I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, that's the problem that I
Eh,
have. I got my
I,
dad. My dad is like this, and I got this from my
do you
dad.
find
So,
it more that you notice these things in the movie theaters or at home, or does it really matter?
oh, true. Yeah, it happens in the movie theaters. The thing is, I just really struggle not to say anything. Like, I see
Mm,
it. Like, this is the best way I can describe it, is like, maybe because I have a
huh.
disorder or something like that. But when I watch a movie, I can know that I notice these things, like an actor has an earring on, and all of a sudden in the next scene he
He
doesn't
doesn't.
have it.
I notice. I may
It
not
does. I
notice it
don't know
too,
what you're
but I
saying.
think I notice it more at home. And in theaters, I think I'm just locked
In the
in.
theaters, I notice it, and I'm like, I see it in the same thing. And when I see it at home, I could probably notice more because it's at
Yeah.
home. You're closer on it. You have control of
Yeah, that's
rewinding
true.
and
That's true.
whatever.
Yeah. Because we did
Yeah,
that. You did that a couple
because
of
when you
times.
see
You
it,
rewound it. They're like, oh, they want to see that.
yeah, yeah. Because the thing is, like, yeah, it's just like when you see it in theaters, you only have
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
time to see it, and then when you watch it again, your perception or your eye line, you're looking somewhere else. You're seeing somewhere else, and you're seeing the same scene, only you're looking at it instead of in the left side, you're looking at the right, for example. But yeah, I notice a lot of these things because, I mean, it's not like I want to. I just noticed. I mean, once you watch enough movies, you kind of get to feeling, oh, okay, this is something that they do, and I get it. Yeah, I get why it was stitched together. It just, again,
It
to me,
just
it
looked
just felt
weird.
unnatural, and I just felt it. Yeah, it just felt weird. But overall, man, in the end, I really, really love this movie. I'm really happy that we paid $30 for it, and I'm able to
To watch it
rewatch it. I have
as
rewatched
many
it.
times as you want.
I have rewatched it, and I really enjoy
Oh,
it.
you saw
It's
it
really
again.
great. Yeah, I saw it
Nice.
again. Like, I saw it again, like, the other day, I think. Today's what,
Thursday.
Thursday? So I want to say, let's just say on Monday. I guess the following
Oh,
day,
okay.
I saw it again, and I was like, yeah, this is a very fun movie, very enjoyable. It's got its problems, but what movie
Yeah.
doesn't? I really would recommend it. I'm really happy. I just wish it was doing better box office wise, because I want,
I think,
it's always great
yeah, and I think that's
that.
going to be a trend. I mean, even though the Fantastic Four did really good, but movies like I don't know if you've seen the Thunderbolts yet. That's a great movie.
I've seen it. It's really, actually
It's
really
really good,
good.
and it
I
didn't do that
was
well. But I think just in general, just with the movie prices being what they are, and people not wanting to go out, it's just
That's the thing.
movie
It's
theaters are on
just
their way out, bro. They're on their way out.
movie. Yeah, this is the thing, is movie theaters are just, they're not how they were when we were younger. And what I mean by that is price
Yeah,
wise. We were able to watch a movie, afford to watch a movie, and if it was bad movie, we could just look at each other and be like, well,
yeah.
that sucked. I didn't like
What
it,
movie did I
and just
see?
go on with our day.
I saw a movie
But the thing is,
recently.
today, yeah.
Fantastic
Oh yeah,
Four.
you've seen
It was a
something.
Fantastic Four. I saw it in the middle of the day, bro. It was like $17 matinee.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like, that's not
Yep.
like
That's how it is.
what?
The thing is, I found out, if you go to, like, what, the theater, which theater do you go to? Do you know? Like,
Um,
the one in Opera Mills, or
no,
if you go
I used
to
to go
if you
to
go
by the way, in LA, AMC are the
right.
thing. Here they're not. The EMCs are trash
Yeah,
here.
they're not. Yeah.
So I used to go to the
Yeah,
one that's in
they
Antioch,
are.
and it was always dirty. Like
Oh, okay, yeah.
it's not the people or the
I just,
place. It's just dirty in general.
I'm having fun,
Uh,
man. I'm not like, it's a great conversation. It's always great talking with you, man. And we talked a lot. We talked about, our 5 favorite movies.
Super.
What'd you think of my
I
list?
was surprised. I think you changed it up a bit because the one that I remember you saying for sure
I did
was
change it up. I did change it up
Deadpool and
because
Wolverine.
Deadpool. Yeah, it's just the thing is, like, it was kind of last second when
Oh,
you
okay.
asked
Now that you
me,
have some
and I
time to
really
think
had
about
to
it.
think. But I had some time to think about it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me change my list because I'm pretty sure it's not what I told you from last time. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you were surprised by
Mask
Mask
of
of
the
the
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
That's one.
Oh God, it's such a good. I'm going to try to see if I can find the
How do you
physical copy
feel
of that.
about the future of the DCU? Like this new iteration?
It's still too early to, in my opinion,
How many
to
things would it
to
have?
judge it.
Creature Commandos. I think that's the only thing. And then this.
I saw a little bit of that, and I was like, okay, that was interesting. I just think I saw like probably half an episode,
I honestly
but
wish that other than Star Wars, but even with Marvel, I wish they would just keep their TV universe and their movie universe separate.
it's just the problem is like Disney has this streaming
Yeah,
platform,
that's what it is.
and in order to get people to stay subscribed, they have to keep putting new content
Yeah,
out. The problem is it does affect their
overall stuff. I mean, and don't get
you
me
you
wrong,
could you could say the quality of their stuff during the past 5-6
and don't get me wrong,
years
they put out some great
or the
stuff. Like I like WandaVision.
yeah.
Loki season 1 and 2 was great.
Yeah, Loki's my
What
favorite
If was pretty
Marvel.
good.
Yeah,
And I think they're gonna do Eyes of Wakanda as like as an animated movie or as
that's
a
correct.
show. So I mean they've
I
done
mean,
good stuff on there.
yeah, but it's just the thing is like right now, like I don't have Disney Plus, and there's really nothing at the moment, anything new that I'm looking forward to get
Yeah.
a subscription for Disney
I don't know
Plus.
why. I still have Disney Plus. I should cancel it because I really don't use it.
Yeah,
When
I
something
used
comes well, actually no, that's a lie. I do use it because of all the movies, like for the episodes.
what'd you think of Andor? Did you see it?
Dude, 100% the best Star Wars thing.
It once they put that in like for sale on Blu-ray, I'm buying that. I'm buying that TV show. That TV show is
And then
just
especially
so.
season 2, like
Oh
what
my
was it
God, yes.
somebody was saying, not to keep was it beating a dead horse, but they were saying, spoiler alert again for Andor. One of the episodes where, oh god, I forget their names. Lars? Anyways, the guy that was the Alex Skarsgård. Anyways, they put like a microphone in one of the antiques that they put inside like the palace.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
His assistant goes in there to try to steal it, to or not to replace it
to
or to
to
take it, and it's like,
to remove
yeah,
it, pretty much. Right?
those, I don't know, that whole sequence was so much more intense.
They were just removing an item that can be
That's
traced
literally
back
all they
to
were
them.
doing. They were
So
just taking something, and it was so
it was,
intense.
and
And they were saying like, and then
and they were doing
Rise
it
of
around.
Skywalker like dropped the ball on that. Like they couldn't put something that intense in the movie. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like,
the thing is, like, I remember the director or the
mhm.
showrunner, I forget his name, but originally, Endor was supposed to be like a 5-season show or something like
You
that.
can't do it like that,
It was
dude.
supposed to be. But the thing is, the reason he decided just it wasn't by Disney or anything. He just decided to do one more season because he said the first season was so
Hmm.
taxing, so stressful to make. And the thing is, like he said, if we do 5 more seasons, I think Diego Luna, by the time we do the 5th season, the last one, Diego Luna's going to be in his
He's gonna
50s.
be look older than he did in
So
Rogue One.
yeah. So the thing is, like, you can kind of tell, like, the second season, what, like, certain episodes were were rushed. It just felt certain episodes were rushed just to wrap it up.
Either way, bro. Thank you so much for doing it. It is getting kind of late. I gotta start cooking for tomorrow
Oh,
for my lunch, and then I gotta be in
okay.
bed by 10 because I
Go
wake up
ahead.
like at 5. So
I appreciate it. I really appreciate
for sure,
inviting me.
dude.
I
For
really
sure,
loved it.
we'll do this on the weekend again. I
Mhm.
think Jose said I don't know if you're free on Monday, but we can go to your crib if you guys are cool with that, and we can watch Tron.
Yeah,
And then
sounds good.
you can movie board me and Jose because we've never seen the OG Tron.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. That sounds fun.
So if you have
Sounds
time,
good.
look it up and brush up on all the stuff you want to talk about that movie.
I will, man. All right.
All
I
right, thank you for
appreciate
doing
it.
this, bro. I hope you feel better. I hope Hope your family feels better with the doggies, and let me know if you need anything, buddy.
I will, man. Thank you so much.
All right, bro. Peace. Say hi to your family.
Okay, man.
Later, dude.
Take care. Bye.